know. Niggas know how I'm bumming, nigga. Yeah. Fuck what a nigga say, I feel like Dre. Man, the game is thick. Suckers wanna play and low my K until that bitch click. Big stick, hanging out the bottom of my 4-5. No lie, if I whip it out, somebody gon' die. Only time you hard is on the gram when you go live. Flexing with a tube but never blam, I'ma blow mine. Won't show mine until it's go time. Nah, you can't hold mine. Yeah, I got the whole mine, I'm on the goal line. And I'm going for 6, watch me up the score. Caught him at the stove, he was with his hoe. Had to let him know, that's your ass, you don't get it past. You reap what you sow. Why you speaking low? Speak up, boy, you been a hoe. Boy, you been a bitch, get off dick, tryna steal my drip. Look up in the air, you see me, I'm fly as bird shit. Never on no nerd shit, why you on that lame shit? You don't want no smoke, you get smoke with who you hang with. You know what I'm saying? Lame ass niggas talking about they on some gang shit. Nigga, you's a bitch, nigga. Matter of fact, nigga, you's a hoe. Nah, you ain't no hoe, cause hoes get dope. Man, your pussy ass a cat. Watch how I bounce back, I'm pouring walk, tell him free to act. Dealing free a rat, you know he told how you sleep with.
Heart2start Fantasy Football Podcast, coming at y'all with the Week 9 recap, along with some questions and answers. You know, we here Monday night, checking out the game like we usually are at the studio. We trying a little different tonight. We running it on StreamYard. Let us know if the volume ain't as loud as you want. You know, if not, catch us on the tunes. You know, Heart2start Kev here. To my right.
What's good, y'all? It's Guccini JD, a.k.a. Heart2start JD, broadcasting live from the motherfucking Heart2start studio, you know. My nigga right here, you know.
Yeah, man. Brody Cortez, having in with the guys, you feel me? We out here just, you know, giving it to y'all every week, staying consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? Like Kev say, talking shit, swallowing spit.
Talk
man.
shit, swallow spit, man.
Why they passing weed over me right now like I ain't here, but
That's
it's okay.
how I gotta be, bro.
It's
That's
okay.
what we doing, bro.
It's okay.
You know,
I'm gonna let him live this one time. You know what I mean?
That nigga has a pet peeve.
Nigga, that is not boo right now. Insert what boo means, but yeah, though.
Yeah.
How was y'all fucking fantasy weekend, man? How you niggas do, man?
I lost by 1 fucking point in the ALB, man.
1 point?
Hey, matter of fact, before we get into that, bro, you know what I mean? We lost a fan this week, y'all.
Yeah.
You know, he used
family member, bro.
A family member. And I say fan, I introduce him as a fan because he tunes into the podcast and he don't even watch fantasy football. He's a Raider fan to the heart. He don't even watch fantasy football, but he tap in with us. You know what I mean? One of the
most positive dudes there is, man. That dude, he kept a motherfucking smile on his face, bruh. He was the most uplifting motherfucker there is, that no matter what a nigga going through, nigga, he gonna have something positive for you to turn your bad day around to a good day, bruh. On my mama, this is one of the strongest niggas that I know, bruh, since I was a young dude, bruh.
Battled sickle cell. His whole life been going through it with sickle cell, but always positive, like always positive no matter what it was. He was our barber, but he's family though,
That
because
adopted 30.
I went to him, first got cut when I was in 7th grade. And I never
100%.
stopped going to him until I was adult and moved away. But no matter if he cut my hair, we tapped in on other levels that had nothing to do with cutting hair. And he was like, you know, damn near a mentor. Like whatever I was doing in life, college, messing up, whatever it is, he gonna give me both sides of it and give me 100% real, bro. And you know, we gonna miss you, Will, bro. Like for real, bro. You know, we letting everybody. It's a lot of people who watch the podcast that know Will. You know what I mean?
That nigga is definitely family, bro. Because nigga, whenever we had something going on over here on this motherfucker, and if y'all know us, y'all know that the Mama Lou events twice a year for 6-7 straight years was always popping off. And you know who was fucking there, bro? No matter what, if we went and got cut or whatnot, it don't even matter. That nigga's pulling up, and he's bringing his peoples with him to show him how we fucking get down. And I done been to his spot many a times. I done been invited to all types of shit, bruh. Holidays, the whole shit, bro. That motherfucker Will is family, though, bro, on my mama. And to get the news, how a nigga got the news, it fucked the nigga up, though, bro, on my mama. You know, but, nigga, the main thing is, though, nigga, no matter what he was going through, nigga, he kept that motherfucking smile, bro. You couldn't tell that the nigga was fighting, no, bro. Only way you can know is because you know the nigga, bro. On my mama, that's
I'm
how.
gonna give y'all a quick story. about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, he had a scare where he got real sick with his sickle cell along with other stuff, and he almost died. Like he was in a coma, and I went over his house for something else, and he was on the ventilator, and we talked for like an hour and a half, and he just talking about the precious of life and how precious life is, and you know what I mean. He know he not gonna be here forever, but he gonna do what he do while he here, and we gotta stay. He would tell us to keep pushing. You feel me? And I say that for any viewers. You know, we say this is a life podcast, not just football. You feel me? We here kicking it, cousin, family, like this what we do. So his advice and every time was, you gonna do it. You feel me? And he got to share a lot of milestones in our lives, and specifically in mine too. And man, we gonna miss you, bro. Anytime we get to shout you out, we gonna put a little video together and everything, bro. For real, bro. Rest in peace, Will, bro.
Top, nigga. Shout out to my nigga Will, man. Love you, bro. Nigga, on my mama, my nigga. That shit brazy, bro.
But we gonna keep pushing like he would want a nigga to, man. You know what I mean? And you know, this life is precious. Like we said, life is precious. You gotta enjoy the moments, man. Enjoy the ups and the downs. You know what I mean?
That nigga is a true inspiration, though, bro. Cause his main thing, nigga, was his family, nigga. That motherfucking house and everything that was going on in his house and his baby girls, bro. And for niggas like us, that ain't on no bullshit. And the family is the number one thing. That's what that nigga had been on for a long time, showing a nigga a way. Even though, as a young nigga coming up, he might not have seen it or realized what a nigga was doing, but definitely looking back at it, that's what a nigga was installing, nigga. On my mama, nigga.
And you know what he did before he passed? He sold his house he had for a while, and he bought a house in his hood right on the main strip. He said, KJ, that's what they call me. Nip said, buy the block. I'm on the block right here, and every time I drive by, I know, you feel me, I could probably see him outside. And
my mama.
You know what I mean? I'm definitely going to miss you, big bro, for real, bro. We going to keep pushing, bro, like it, you know what I mean? Like we supposed to, because that's all we can do. You feel me? But shit, man, you know, moment of silence, shit, fuck it. Another shot. Shit, we could jump into this week 9 recap.
Let's go to the
man.
Raider game first, bro, if we can. Not to jump off. Let's go to the Raider game right quick, because they did win. You know what I mean? And that's his motherfucking team. Shout out to UC number 33 over here. Nigga, my big cousin. This nigga Pops right here. Nigga, Kev Senior right there, nigga. You see what that black and gray is, man. On my mama. Let's go to the Raider game if we can.
We gonna go to the Raider game. As soon as we talk about the games, it'll be the first one.
All right.
We'll talk about the headlines right quick first, though, because, you know, a big one was CMC back, then back out.
Right, that hurts. Hopefully the motherfuckers that got shares of CMC and still held on him to this long is still sitting at the top. Shout out to my dog Wood. You know what I mean? He just whooped me in the ALB, but he had that luxury of, you know, keeping him on that IR spot and staying at the top of the league. So hopefully a lot of you motherfuckers that do got him was able to, you know, still be at the top of your league or still in playoff contention, getting back from one game, and he had the most touches out of any running back or receiver in this week, and put up 30 points, 29 points or whatever he put up, and then go out. I mean, that's just fucked up. But, you know, Cuzzo over here just shipped off Mike Davis to the person that owned, or the person that has a share into motherfucking CMC. So the trade worked out for them in our home league. So I don't know if all you motherfuckers did that way, but you know, it's just fucked up to see CMC come in and have the day that he had and then go back out.
You know what's crazy? We actually have two scenarios that I have Mike Davis. One scenario, I didn't have Mike Davis, and I did a trade a few weeks ago for Mike Davis in case CMC got hurt. The other trade was to Wood. Shout out to Wood. I see he's online watching. I traded. He's a CMC owner at the top of the league, and I traded him Mike Davis because I felt like, you know, the value for Mike Davis is only if CMC hurt, and I'm gonna take Dobbins as a late season, maybe one of those like Miles Sanders guys, possibly, but you know, not the same offense for sure. But you know, that was a scenario. So you know, if you got CMC and Davis, you good. If you got CMC and drop Davis, which we never advised, I don't think anybody advised you to do it.
I kind of was like, he got no more value. I didn't think he'd get hurt again. I'd be like, okay, like he back, he good. I would have kind of sold him. Not if I was a CMC owner. Obviously, I would have kept him. But if I was like you, I'd have sold him and would have just got rid of him. I would have thought I had no use for him.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what it is too. But at this point of the year, you kind of can't just drop dudes like that.
No,
like,
not dropping.
I picked up Pollard. People holding
on
to the Gus Edwards, and it's just different players that you kind of just hold on to because we don't know what's gonna happen, and you don't want to get to the end of the year and trying to bank on getting a player off the wire when a whole half a year just went by and you missed out on people on the wire.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the perfect example just for 2 weeks straight was Gio Bernard.
Yeah.
Perfect example, bro.
First game he didn't do anything though.
He did.
No,
both. He had 15 and 22.
He didn't score the first game.
But he had 15 or something like that.
Because I had to play him both those weeks, and he balled out for me in the SBI on my mama. But no, that's just a perfect example. And we've been saying that it was cuffing season 3 to 4 weeks ago.
I'm not a cuff guy.
I ain't mad at you.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm not really a cuff guy. I got Cook in the league, and actually I don't got Madison. I just plugged in whoever else I had. Like I plugged in Gibson because sometimes I don't trust the backups. Like, but in every situation.
But Madison was a top 5 rusher this week, though. Even though Cook is still balling. But just to have that, because Madison probably is one of the best handcuffs to have.
I like Madison. I just made him as a point because I got Cook and I don't have Madison.
No, off top, or just even like we could talk about Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones missed 3 games.
That's different.
And Jamal Williams for those first 2 games, he was balling. You know what I mean? So I mean,
I don't like having cuffs because you got to just hold a spot on your roster for.
I hear you.
Wait, maybe.
No, I hear you.
But if you have a major running back and a cup that's worth it, you should definitely hold a roster spot for that because that's insurance. Like
it's Geico.
You have to.
But
like,
Pollard not Zeke though, and maybe Madison.
Pollard might be, but Pollard might be in that terrible offense. Look, timeout.
If I got Henry,
no, I agree with that.
No, for sure.
No,
but
I
did say Cuff's worth it.
Yeah.
I said worth it. So there's some we didn't know Mike Davis was worth it until we seen it.
No, and
but
that's
there's
what I was
other
just
ones
gonna
that
say.
we know.
So either we have to see it, or we have to know that the guy behind guy is capable.
Yeah.
In certain instances, we have seen it. You know what I mean?
Have a top cuffs segment. You saying right?
But look, I'm gonna say this. Pollard. I'm gonna say this about Pollard. As bad as the offense is with Zeke right now, and him having basically almost no pass catching potential, like he's not
he
really,
does.
He does, but
but
him
not
being possibly hurt,
Yeah.
I like Pollard out of the backfield catching a pass over Zeke. And when you throw Dalton back in, you throw in they're still fighting to possibly win. I like Pollard because Zeke don't look like he gonna last.
Shit, bro, look better than Dalton.
The boy that played Gilbert that plays on Sunday. Yeah, no, he did look. He killed him in him. I mean, they had a 16-7 lead.
Yeah, but we'll definitely get back in the cuffs. What about Dalvin Cook? Is he number 1 the rest of the way or what?
I mean, he top 3.
Well, yeah, no, I agree. He's top 3 for sure. But
well, who's ahead of him for the rest of the way?
I don't know if anybody's
who you got ahead of him the rest of the way?
Henry, Cook, them the guys.
I'll take Kamara over him. I'll take Kamara over him the rest of the way. But it's hard.
But he played the Packers, who have a horrible run defense. Even though that we couldn't do that.
I'll say Kamara and Cook is 1 and 2 for the rest of the year.
Kamara will never rush for 200 yards.
But Kamara is going to get.
But they don't need him to rush for 200 though.
But he can receive the same way that Kamara can. That's why.
The beauty about this last game.
But they're not going to play the Packers and the Lions every week though.
Hey, the beauty about this game. The beauty about this game that the Saints just won is that the Bucs were trying to play the flats and Kamara. Yeah. Did you see the play where they had 3 guys that went to the pump fake of Drew Brees. He pump faked to the flats
and he
sent him over. Mike Davis is back. Emmanuel's back. They have enough weapons to where they can't just sit on Kamara.
Yeah.
So Kamara's ceiling and floor is out of this world, as well as Dalvin's. You feel me? But if you got Dalvin, if you got Kamara, you better go get Murray and Madison. I don't care what Madison did that game when Cook wasn't there. But you know, the rest of the way, Cook, man.
Cook is definitely. I agree with Cook. You know, he could be a 1A, 1B. And my thing is just, you know, you gonna get caught up in the moment over these last 2 games, which I don't have no mind in you doing that because 4 TDs in one game and then 200 yards on the next game. But look at the opponents though, and then tell me the rest of the. Harris is down.
Bro, they really smacking this game. This whole game, bro.
Jets out here playing hard right now.
Jets do not want to be that
27 to 20
like
fourth quarter. They ain't feeling that. What better way to get a win off of them? You know what I mean? Get a win off of
them. Patriots about to get somebody.
That's correct. But yeah, Dalvin, man, and anybody who, you know, if you didn't, he only missed the game and then they had the bye. So essentially, you might have missed 3 games with them. You know what I mean? But anybody who has Dalvin, you should be up there, and you feeling good right now. And on the flip side, the Thielen and the Jefferson owners.
Man, I just shipped off Thielen in 2 leagues, man. I went and got Josh Allen in 1 league for Thielen with Melvin Gordon. Then I went and got Mahomes in another league for Thielen, my nigga. Even though the league I got
Thielen and Edmonds.
Thielen
and Edmonds for Mahomes, and I got Herbert. Thielen and Edmonds and Mahomes. I got Herbert and Drake.
It's okay. I'm not worried about that. But what I'm saying is, though, I got rid of Thielen. I sold high on him. Even though in my AOB league, I didn't get a win last week. I didn't get a win this week. But Allen last week didn't do nothing. But here was it is that I got jumped off of him. And he just balled the fuck out. And I needed a quarterback because I had Dak. I've been searching for a quarterback since I lost Dak, bro, in AOB, bro. On my mama. And I was able to sell high on Thielen. And back-to-back games, he ain't done nothing.
Back-to-back 5-point games for sure. Well, I'll say this, it's definitely the situation, but my reason for it was because I had Henry with McCaffrey coming back. I already had Herbert, and my receivers, I couldn't play with Claypool and Boyd. Like, I didn't want to just play them. So let me go get another receiver with the quarterback and get Edmonds to help if CMC, and I got Drake. And that's what Herbert been balling.
But
Herbert been balling.
So Herbert is
been having 46s and all that.
Herbert has definitely been balling.
Mahomes for that.
And he's at the bottom of the league. Did you just win this week?
Nigga, what?
You just won? I forgot. You
at the bottom of the league.
Where you at? I don't know. You tell me.
And you just lost this week, right?
Ashley, I'm 6-3.
But you lost this week in Ashley.
6-3.
All right then, nigga.
I'm 6-3. I don't know where you at.
Okay then, nigga. I'm on your bumper.
Okay.
I'm on your bumper.
Say that then.
Nigga with Mahomes.
Say that then. With Mahomes. Oh, I already whooped on you, so I ain't got to see you again.
You beat me in Ashley?
Yeah, I don't got to see you again.
Okay, well, you going to see me in the Moss again with your player.
If I get there. You know what I mean?
On everything.
If I get there.
But no, my main thing, how he was just talking about Thielen and the young boy, you know, this game that we just seen with the Lions, nigga, it was a Irv Smith game because he had 2 TDs. You know what I mean? And I think my boy Buzzos threw 3 TDs. I can't remember who caught the other third TD, but I know Irv Smith caught 2 TDs, and he only threw for like 20 times. On everything. I think he went like 15 for 20 or some shit like that, though. But, you know, it's just an off game. You know what I mean? With especially how Dalvin cooked, no pun intended, the Packers. And then he cooked the motherfucking, the Lions. So, you know, I mean, why you got to throw it like that when you got your fucking running back?
It's going to be a Dalvin game for a while. Chicago, they're not going to be able to pass like that on them. Possibly, though. It's Monday night. Dallas, Carolina, Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, Chicago, New Orleans.
That's Minnesota's remaining schedule?
Yeah. That's gonna be a lot of Dalvin, but there's some they're gonna be down, like Tampa Bay. You know what I mean?
Is balling.
We'll see though. Dalvin's number 1 the rest of the way.
What about Hawkinson? Let's not get off of Detroit though, because Hawkinson has been doing this thing.
We'll get on Detroit. That's just the headlines. We're just going with the headlines.
Okay,
so
bad.
really, since we were just talking about Mahomes, let's talk about what Kurt brought up. It's like the year of having the best QBs. Like
first to 100.
It's the year of having the good QBs.
I feel like every team got a good QB, or at least like 10 teams got a good QB.
What are the QBs that you think set people apart right now, though?
It's Mahomes,
Herbert
up there
off the
now.
wire.
That ain't
Kyler.
I'd say Mahomes and Kyler
For sure.
and Rodgers.
No, and Herbert too, though, bro. You
Herbert
just
right
traded.
there.
You got rid of Mahomes.
Herbert, I love Herbert because of what he's doing. He could have had almost a 40 piece if they didn't call that last one, or
Exactly.
Williams would have held on to the other one. Like, but Herbert is going crazy.
But he's been
throwing
having
for
like
3
5
plus,
straight games of 30+ points, though.
and he's
Since
throwing
week
for
4.
over 300 every week, and you know they're gonna be throwing for the
Exactly.
rest of the year. Like
know,
that's
we got-
He got multiple touchdowns the last 6 weeks. 29 points, 32 points, 43 points, 27 points, 26 points.
He's averaging 30, bro, because he had a 40 and a 39, bro.
and he was on the
On top of
wire
being
until
27.
week 2,
Oh,
3,
my
4.
mommy
You know what I mean?
Throw him in there.
And he traded Lamar Jackson because he got Herbert. He traded Mahomes because he had Herbert. Nigga, that's saying a lot because you paid a premium. Well, he didn't draft Mahomes.
I look at it like, see, everybody looks at trades different. So how I look at it is, if I got Herbert playing and he's getting me, you said 30, an occasional 40, Mahomes will get you
The same
30,
shit.
occasional 50. So whatever Herbert don't score that week with Mahomes, I gain Thielen, a wide receiver who I think is going to do
Hoping
something, because
to
you
get you
can't
that
play
extra.
both
You're not
quarterbacks.
going to play Thielen and Edmonds, though, later in the year.
No, it was
That's
for
the
wide
thing.
receivers. My
Look,
wide
he trying to get
receivers.
on you
You're not
right
gonna
now.
play
But you don't even know that.
When you
I'm not
play
going to
him,
play
he
who?
just said in the
Thielen?
playoff- he
I
just
won't
said
play
in the playoff-
Thielen in the
He
playoffs.
just said in the playoffs, you ain't going to play Thielen when you meet him.
Bro, when you got Thielen, you play him.
Nah.
You don't play Thielen? Thielen's
No.
not a must play. People who are watching,
They throw
hey,
the
get
least-
back
they
to it.
throw the
Get,
least-
they've
they
thrown
throw
the least when it's
amount-
Dalvin game.
No,
But
they
you,
in
why
the
do you
league.
invest stock in
Get him.
Jefferson then?
Jefferson's on my
Why
bench.
do you invest stock in Jefferson? You
Jefferson's
traded
on my
Henry
bench.
for Jefferson.
No, I didn't.
He was in that
No,
trade.
he was in the
Oh,
trade
my
with
how
BJ,
high
I thought.
shit.
Yeah, he
Man,
was in the
you traded for Jefferson,
I
and now
traded
we're
for
talking
Jefferson.
about what they do. We knew going into it
I
that
traded Lamar.
Minnesota wants
I
to
traded
run the ball.
Lamar for Mixon,
But he
Jefferson,
just
and
touched
Matt
on
Ryan.
how
Yo,
Dalvin was able to tear
He
up
be
Green
making-
Bay.
He be creating
I'm-
narratives, bro.
What am I
He
creating?
said the niggas in last, and he said what? He said I don't know. What
Right,
I
no,
said,
he
I
was
already
trying to get
said-
He
I
was
already
under
said
500
you
like a
lied.
week
No,
or
I
two
was
ago.
not. No, I was
What's
not.
your record? Can you
No,
just
I
kill it and
was
tell
not.
us your
Look
record?
at
I'm just saying, you
Just
ain't
kill
did
us
your
and tell
homework.
us. Just kill
You
us
ain't-
and tell your
You
record,
ain't did
bro.
your homework, bro.
What's your
Never
record?
been under 500
You
in
should know
in
that.
Ashy
They
this
say
year,
I
bro.
create narratives.
Oh,
Well,
my
look,
mama, I
since,
have it, bro.
since we talking about narratives
Back
that
to the
Kev
QB.
like to create, let's get into my QB, who I just changed my name and grew me. I just be bored changing shit to Kyler and Company, because that's who I am. That's what my team is built around. So Kyler.
Hold on real quick. Shout out to Ryan, because he got a story every Sunday about why he lost or what he was doing, why he couldn't be in the chat. And Kev said you got a story every Sunday. I was dying.
What do my Mondays?
This nigga got a story every Monday about what his team is gonna be. Last week is we just trying to get to the offs, bro. We just Mr. 500.
Bro, what did I say
This
to you on the
week is
phone last
Kyler
night?
and Company.
I said I gotta win
Every
2
week.
out of the next 4. I think 7
Every
wins
week,
get in.
It's a new narrative.
That's what I just
every
told
week.
him. Hey, but look
Every
though,
week.
what is the Hey, for the viewers, I remember Kurt asked y'all this. He said, "If y'all been watching the podcast, you know they've been on my bumper lately. They've been on me. I'm back. Not only that I missed the show, but AOB, I'm back. Hey, you know when you put the fire out? Hey, he was hot. Now he's not.
Nigga
You know what I
was
mean?
2
It's what-
games and 200 points ahead of me.
I
Now
started
we
1 and
here.
2 just like you.
But you went like you was like
I won 2. I went 3 and 2, bro. You was a game
I was
behind,
2
bro.
and 3, yeah.
All I'm saying is 1 week at a time. My boy, I was asking him and Wood.
Bird.
Shout out to Wood and the ALB. I was asking him and Wood, should I just send them to buy in? I don't know if y'all gonna split it. What are you gonna do? Because they talking like they won the league already. Wood setting record games. But anyway, let's get back to Kyler Murray, right? Kyler Murray, 8 rushing TDs already, like
Was
you
that
said.
his first 100-yard game this year on rushing? I think
Not
it
sure.
was.
I know
think
he
it
got 8
was.
touchdowns rushing.
No,
That's
but I think this
crazy.
is his first 100-yard rushing game this year, bro. On top of throwing for 270 something, bro.
He got to be in MVP conversation.
There go that. We was just talking maybe the week 4, week 5 of how he was trying to do what Lamar was doing and hadn't had that boom, 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 boom. But there it goes. He threw for 3 TDs, 270 yards, and he was like the third leading rusher out of this week, bro. He hit for like 112.
He Lamar Jackson from last year, for sure.
There go that game, bro.
Yes,
Everything, and they still fucking lost.
Might
So
be
fuck
MVP.
them. Fuck the Cardinals. You know, but yeah, shout
all
out to
these quarterbacks,
to
Russ,
and
Kyler.
and Christian Kirk
Give
though.
us Christian Kirk
You know,
definitely
that's
been
back-to-back
balling.
games because they was on the bye last week. So that Monday night game that they had, Christian Kirk had broke out. You know what I mean? So that's back-to-back games.
Kirk this year.
Facts. So that's back-to-back games with Christian Kirk. You know what I mean? You know, so yeah, though. No, shout out to them for sure. You know, but you know, I can't give them too much praise because I'm a Niner fan. So fuck them.
I don't hate them yet though.
I hate them niggas.
I
hate every team except for the Niners. Fuck all you motherfuckers.
I hate the Seahawks, though.
But during the season, I'm optimistic because I gotta bring it to y'all, you know, unbiased. But sometimes, you know, I gotta, you know, ride with my squad, man. You see this shit over here, man.
Yeah, we need Brett from BYU.
Yeah, he's nasty. Zach. I can't even think of his name right
It's
now.
about 4 quarterbacks.
Man, we need De'Aaron King, man. What y'all know about that, man? Now what?
I'm gonna say this: the way Kyler's balling right now, it's like, bruh, it's like he just doing what he want to do, like doing what I want to do, like he just doing what he. Kirk is. Have y'all been seeing how Kirk been balling under the radar?
Bro. Kirk, nice.
He's been over 23 games straight.
Kirk, dumb nice.
On 5 receptions, 6 receptions. Though.
He's
so
over.
what that means is he's getting 20, 25
over 3
yard
games
passes.
straight.
Oh my mama.
Over
Yeah,
3
like
games
18,
straight.
18 yards a catch.
His stats are
100%.
like crazy right now because he just doing what. I mean, you know, he was the one that was there with Kyler last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they went through their ups and downs with him being injured in and out of the lineup. So he is the one that he's most familiar with. You know what I mean? And man, it just
He getting the ball in space and he going.
Yeah. I'm fucking with it though. You know, it's good to see them young brothers out there doing their thing, but you know, fuck them, 100%.
Yeah.
What about Josh Allen?
He came back.
Josh
he
Allen
only had
been-
like 2 bad games.
Had that little down spurt, you know. Shout out to him and
He's still a
him.
number 4 quarterback.
Him playing with a heavy heart because they said that his grandmother passed away over the weekend. You know what I mean? So you know he was out there with a heavy heart playing for her, bro, for that name. You know what I mean? And you know 400 yards, and you know Stephon Diggs is leading the league in receiving yardage. You know what I mean? And you know Seattle coming in and they being one of the top teams in the NFC, and I ain't gonna say they got completely shut down, but they was getting their ass handed to them though, bro. You know they made a late push. You know what I mean? But Josh Allen out there doing what he was doing for the first 5 to 6 weeks. He had a little, like he said, he had a little two game downward trend, but what a game to bounce back, you know, everything. So yeah, like I said, I just traded for him, even though it didn't give me no wins these last 2 weeks that I just traded for him. But shit, I'm happy where I'm at. I still got action at the playoffs in the league that I traded him for. On my mama. So shout out to Josh Allen.
I mean, 31 for 38, 415 yards, 3 TDs, 1 rushing TD. You know what I mean?
He clowned on that rushing TD too, though.
I'm telling you, he run like a badass kid. He chasing this nigga around the house. He be out. You cannot catch this little nigga.
Nah, the way, I mean, like I said, the things that Kyler's doing is like his floor is so low because, I mean, he's going to rush, and he's probably going to get a rushing TD, and even if he doesn't, he's going to have the rushing yards.
His average rushing yards for Kyler Murray this year has to be at least 65 to 60.
He's getting that 60, 70
for every
yard
game. I'm pretty sure this is his first 100-yard game, but we in week 9 when they already having a bye, so for 8 games or 7 games, he's averaged at least 65 yards with 250 passing.
He got like an 18 floor.
Easily, bro. And you picked him, 4th, 5th, 6th round on everything. Your ROI, your return on investment is great with him right now. 100%, bro.
Yeah. I don't care if he plays Pittsburgh right now. He's scoring 20 points still.
No, he'll give it to Pittsburgh. He'll definitely give it to Pittsburgh. On my mama. And Pittsburgh, they big, bad, and almighty, but they not completely shutting nothing down.
Oh, they'll give it up, but they gonna
we done seen it the last 2 weeks that them niggas is giving it up. 100%. They can be bought on.
No, I agree with that. But like you said, we talked about Herbert. Like, even with Herbert, like, his stats, 28 for 42, 326 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He give you the rushing capability with those extra little points, and like we said, he could have scored more points than he had, bro. Like Herbert is going crazy. Like if you got Herbert where you got him, and chances are, Kyler was. There's no way that we could predict what round Kyler was going because people have their feelings about him. But Herbert specifically, Josh Allen going a little later. The value you got them where you got them, especially if you held on to Josh Allen and didn't get scared, it's paying dividends for you for sure. It's definitely paying dividends for you.
You got Josh Allen.
I traded for him. I gave up Melvin Gordon and Thielen for him, bro.
That's a good trade.
On my mama. All the trades that I busted have been good, bro. On my mama. I mean, ALB, I didn't, I'm on the downward spiral on everything. I'll be 5-5 that's after tonight.
Hey, for as
Matter of fact,
playing, for you to be 5-5 is still a good spot. Cause I know it feel like you like 2-5.
Right, I do.
Especially with the injuries and buys, but
You started out so good.
Who you play next?
I don't even know who I play next, but I know motherfucking CEH is on the motherfucking bye, and he scored this week. He should have scored and playing the fucking Jets last week. He gonna throw for 10 TDs, and now he finally wants to throw him a TD. Fucking A, man. Well, it's okay though.
Say he on the block.
Yeah, he called me this weekend trying to get him.
Hey, well, let's get into game 1, and we're gonna go with the week 9 recap. Let's get into for Big Will, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna finish this shot. We're gonna do the Raiders and the Chargers. You know what I mean? Like we said, my pops, he was a Raider fan.
100%, nigga. We done been to Raider games, my nigga, and turned up, nigga. The Raider fan, that's one thing that they know how to fucking do, bro. If y'all ain't, there's a lot of motherfuckers that follow us here that's on the West Coast, Northern California, Southern California, whatever it may be. So them niggas might have been to the Oakland Coliseum, nigga, on my mama. But them Raider fans, 100%,
They
nigga.
do all that shit right. I get
Man.
it.
Bro, Raider fans do it right, bro. Look,
Nigga.
after I went to a game with my pops and my chick, my girl, my fiance, we was cooning like the whole section.
Listen,
we kicking it. Everybody sharing alcohol.
So my cousin name is Binocular Man.
Binocular Man. Look, I'm gonna finish the story.
Okay.
I go to the game we go to after my dad had passed.
We went home.
We go to the game. I got the shirt on, you feel me, with his face on it or whatever.
We got pictures.
And we get to telling the people, Binocular, he passed, and everybody was like, whoa, you feel me? Because it's family, that whole section.
The
best
nigga
seats
had them
in the
season
house.
tickets for 5 to 6 years, though, bro. He had the best seats in the house, my nigga.
Best seats, never get rained on.
You never go get rained on. And then my thing to just double back with the Raider fans is, nigga, because I used to live in Oakland, nigga, for 10 years, right? Nigga, the Coliseum, nigga, you got this thing called the Castle. It's kind of like Scandi and the shit like that. I've been going to that motherfucker since I was like 7, 8 years old. But where the Castle used to be is on the entrance of where the Coliseum is. The niggas that come and do the tailgate, nigga, they line up at 6 in the morning. 7 in the morning, my nigga. 100%, my nigga. And the line be so motherfucking long, nigga. They whole thing is just a turn up, bro. The vibes in the building. If you come with the wrong colors on, just like any type of the press ratio we was talking about, just
press
shit like
ratio
that.
On A.
But on my mom,
you come anything
you're
not
gonna
Raiders.
get pressed in that motherfucker.
Press ratio about an 8 if you come to that Raider game. You come
in
to
the
Raider
Coliseum, nigga. They're gonna check your temperature, bro.
Press ratio is about an 8. Shout out to bro Instagram.
That nigga playing
100%.
Shout out to Lil Bro.
We gotta tag it.
But the shit go crazy up in that Coliseum, though, man. And the vibes, just to be up in that motherfucker from them times that I was in there with my cousin over here. I can't even point right. I'm trying to get live right with the camera. But yeah, though, nigga, that shit is federal, though, bro. On my mama. And I ain't no Raider fan, but just for us to be in the building, man, the vibes was good,
be in the building when the Raiders winning and they good, like it's a raw little scene. Like,
nigga, I got Marshawn on my shit when he first came home, nigga, going Stewie against the Jets, my nigga. Turned the fuck up, bro. I'm in the building with my cousin, my nigga. I'm in the building, nigga, walking out, nigga. They talking about fire Ken Norton across the thing to go to the BART, bro. The whole motherfucker. Then, when me, Cuzzo, my little brother, my other Cuzzo, nigga, shout out Els and shout out Raynard and Young Smooth who do the intro for us. Nigga, when we walk out, nigga, to the game, nigga, 2 years ago, nigga, they like, fuck Chucky. On my mama, though, nigga, we on the board to Pernod, my nigga. But that's just how passionate they is, bro. All Raider fan, nigga. Nigga.
All right, well, let's talk about how passionate Jacobs owners were. And I'm not going to call myself a passionate Jacobs owner because he came to me in the second round, and I seen a lot of people drafting him in the first. A lot of people that were high on him were drafting him a lot early this year. But let's talk about the loyal Jacobs fans. How loyal are you as a Jacobs fan? And I want to ask y'all from a not biased perspective. Devontae Booker, 8 carries, 68 yards, a touchdown. But Jacobs, 14, 65, and a touchdown.
They both did the same thing.
All year, every carry I be seeing Booker get, I be like, damn, like, Booker look kind of like he only get them little 6-8 carries, but he busted today.
He from Sacramento too.
But that's they staple in their offense though. If you look at the trend, Booker been doing that for the last few games. But even though Jacobs is still getting 16, 17, 18, 19 carries though, bro. So the trend is getting both of them involved. You know what I mean? And they on a 2-game win streak. They just whooped Cleveland. I ain't gonna say they whooped them, but they go over to the Midwest, and Jacobs had 20 plus carries. Yeah. Booker had a few carries. Here you come back home, it's the same shit. So what I'm trying to say is that no matter what, even though when Jacobs wasn't even scoring, he was still having the 20 plus carries. The volume gonna be fucking there, bro.
Yeah, the volume
on everything. Now he's starting to score.
It's kind of what you would want that as a Jacobs owner. You would want Booker to get a few carries and not have him run Jacobs into the ground.
100%.
And in weeks 14, 15, 16, don't give you nothing because he already 250 carries deep. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a little blessing in disguise, even though you might not see it.
Right. No.
Hey, shout out to Wood. He in the comments, he said, if you take away Jacobs week 1, he's arguably droppable. How can the number 11 running back in the fantasy be droppable? A running back is ugly this year. If you don't got Dalvin, Kamara, Henry, Aaron Jones, McCaffrey gone now.
Niggas want their quarterback to score, or their running back to score 2 touchdowns rushing,
100 yards.
25. If you get a running back in the first and second round, you definitely want him to be giving you some 20s, bro.
No,
for sure. Yeah. You want the opportunity to be there, but you know that we go by that.
That's how I feel about CEH.
It's the winner backs, and I see some games that if Jacobs can stay healthy. It's a couple that might hurt him, but it's a couple that's going to be nice. You got Denver,
KC coming up.
That'll hurt him. ATL, which would be good. Jets, Indy will be tough. Chargers will be, whatever. Miami's tough, too, and that's week 16. So, like I said, it's you going to rock with him if you got him. But running backs, you can go to every league you in, and I guarantee there's only 2 to 3 teams tops that have 2 good running backs.
And Wood is one of them. That's why he's saying that shit. He got James Robinson and Aaron Jones with the luxury of sitting down McCaffrey.
He said it's lonely at the top. That
right,
was
I bet it is. Fuck you, bro.
100%.
And he's just the one that whooped me all in the home league, the ALB. On everything. I caught him on the Thursday night game because he fucked around and sat Aaron Jones, tripping and whatnot. I'm like, bro, why you sit here, Joe? And he's still with me by 60, y'all. So, I mean, that's how it is.
I play him this week. I'm finna whoop him for you because I don't even
fuck trip. You. You're not finna do nothing.
Hey, yeah, you hope I don't. Hey, Carr with the 165 and 2 touchdowns. I mean, one of them was the big one to Aguilar. Carr, you can't trust Carr. I played against somebody who played Carr.
16, 17, 18?
Yeah.
But he's been consistent between
the volume. That's good stats for as little as he threw,
especially for as little as he threw, but he's been having 4 to 5 games of 20 plus points though.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Efficient with his passes.
No, and then Waller caught one. Waller only had 3 catches with 1 TD though. You know what I mean? So definitely. And I had Aguilar. Backstory is I had my fucking FanDuel last week. I was top 5 in the beginning of the first half of the games, and I had Aguilar, so I was banking on Aguilar to give me some points, and he had a 0. But Renfro was the dude last week, and here it is Aguilar. You know what I mean? So, but that just shows that he's distributing the ball on everything. I mean, it might not be fantasy relevant, but Carr is a reliable quarterback if you don't got a Bridgewater. if you don't got
if you got a bye week. Because if you got Carr and you shuffling quarterbacks, it's trade deadline this week in most leagues. You better go get somebody.
You're not gonna be able to trade for no quarterback right now, bro.
It depends. Some people got two. It's
You're
a
gonna
lot
have
of
to give
leagues.
up a lot, bro.
I got Brady and Herbert in the league.
You got who?
So you only got a few days.
I got
thought you
Brady
said
and
you had-
Herbert. I got Brady and Herbert in the league. I'm sure somebody need a quarterback.
Yeah,
They
but
just ain't
which one are you willing to give up?
Brady.
And what are you looking for? What would you be asking for?
On my team, I would need a wide receiver.
A number one.
Yeah.
Just like how you need it for Mahomes.
I mean, along them lines. You know what I mean? hey, whatever you do with Mahomes, you better put your name on that plaque, because I'm the champ as of now, and I say run it back, Jack. And I say run it back. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. But these boys, let's go to the next game, bro.
They said it was a homie trade because I was helping Cuzzo out. You can't have.
Man, I jumped up. The nigga, look, so he calls me. He's like, cousin, you gonna accept that trade? I said, man, I did that about 15, 20 minutes ago.
I was on the plane.
You should have heard how much
I was
he
on
was
the plane.
juiced, bro.
I was on the plane.
I understand it.
Brown walking with Herbert,
juiced,
and I got a wide receiver that I'm
Nigga,
gonna
let me
get.
tell you.
I wouldn't have traded Herbert for that. He traded Mahomes for that.
That's how it
Would
goes.
you trade Herbert for that right now?
Hey, look, I'm gonna ask you
this.
this.
In the comments. Would you?
He would seize all this
Hey,
shit
look,
right now.
This is my question to you. Hey,
look.
look, this is my question to you. Did you win this week in that league?
In Ashy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't.
No.
No.
I didn't.
So you about to be 2 games under 500. Oh,
I
actually, I don't know. Like you said. I don't know. Go check. Go check. Hey, look. Back to the podcast. You can get back. Hey, you lost.
No, that wasn't hard to start.
Hey, look. We get back to that.
That wasn't hard to start though.
Look, we get back to that, right? You can tell
New
me.
England D 3 points.
Hey, let's talk about what's crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all what's crazy in the Charger and the Raider game. Look it up. You can fact check
I
it.
won. I put up 160.
You won? Okay.
I think about almost 100.
What's your record?
Bro, go do the research.
You behind me? I don't know. You behind me in both leagues. It sound like. You know what I mean? I'm finna pull that. Stop it. Hey, look now. Big thing in that Charger game and the Raiders though is Jackson got hurt. Kalen Balazs 15 carries, 69 yards and a touchdown. Kelly 9 for 28. Balazs might be something over there.
Might have to be one of them waiver wire ads this week, especially with my boy Justin Jackson going down.
Yeah.
Everything.
They got like MRI. They say how long. I didn't see.
No, I ain't seen how long it is gonna be, but you might want to go grab that dude just to be on the safe side.
You gotta go grab Balazs, really. Yeah. To be honest, like, there's no other way. Like, if you need a running back right now, you have to grab him.
Especially with the times right now, you gotta go.
Because somebody has Kelly and somebody has, you know what I mean, your boy.
Unless the other boy coming back here pretty soon, and I've been hearing, little things about him coming
running
back.
At practice, Eckler.
Yeah,
it was pretty, but with his injury, it was detached a little bit.
He had 2 injuries.
Like
yeah,
that.
But that was week 2 though.
Yeah, I mean, it was a while ago.
He been, that's like, yeah.
Let's jump into that Thursday game that happened though.
Oh man.
Packers and 49ers, 34-17.
Packers defense.
My dog,
nah, they
Richie
didn't have
James,
that much.
Bruh.
Nah, they had under 10 and something.
That's all they had was 10. I had them in the ALB.
I thought
they had 10 points.
Nah,
Niners started to put points up going into that second half, but my
That's
dog
true.
Richie James hit for $1.83. He was
I didn't know he was gonna play. I would have suggested,
bro.
We fuck with Richie.
Shout out to the
100%.
homie B Carp. I mean, not B Carp. B Croc, bro. He played Richie James, bro.
Richie James.
He played Richie James in the league, bro.
Because he had the ankle injury.
He played
Richie James go crazy.
Oh, that's my dog, bro. I've been vouching for Richie James since his rookie year, bro. 7th round pick, bro.
He should be playing.
Oh, my mama. We just deep over there though.
Well, he been hurt.
He was hurt this year for sure though. He had a broken wrist this year. That's why he wasn't able to get on the field because he could have been on the field with him and Ayuk when Debo was down, but he wasn't. He broke his wrist in training camp. Oh my mama! But no, though. Shout out to Richie James for sure. Mullins had an RA game, but I mean, my main takeaway is just the dominance of fucking Devontae Adams, though, bro. Oh my mama! I mean,
if we redraft him today, I'm picking Adams #1, easy.
Yeah. Overall.
No. Receiver.
Your number one receiver. Yeah, off top. No, Devontae Adams. I don't know, bro. And what other threat do they have on the outside for you to not even think about double that dude? You know what I mean? Or to have some type of bro. Fucking A, bro. 10 for 170 and I think a touch. You know, one of his first touches of the game was a touchdown. You know what I mean? It was on my boy Emmanuel Mosley, how, you know, we gonna go back on how some Niners shit was, but, you know what I mean? You know, and I vouched for Mosley, but I did see Mosley go one-on-one with him and break up a pass that game. You know what I mean? On my mama, but facts. So, you know, that's my main takeaway is just Devontae Adams and, you know, the connection with AR-12. 100%.
Rodgers is just straight savage with it. I'm just gonna throw it to Adams
all game.
100%.
Don't care.
Do about it.
He's going to.
And then it was Aaron Jones' first game back, 10 for like 60 something, you know, and he looked good back, you know, 2 to 3 games that he missed, you know, and motherfuckers thought it was gonna be Irvin, Irvin, and I can't even think of the other boy.
Jones did not look hurt.
No. And he got them.
He didn't look
and
hurt.
I didn't think he was gonna play because it was a Thursday night game. I thought they was gonna sit him out for the full 3 weeks and then double back the following Sunday. But shit, they fired his motherfucking ass up, and he didn't miss a beat.
They probably would have if Williams didn't.
Yeah, because Williams is a plug and play for them. Like how we plug and play for fantasy, Williams is a plug and play for them. With that,
Williams and the rookie Dylan was gone, so that's probably why they really, you know, fired him up. You know what I mean?
Hey, Ayuk, I mean, he's somebody that you might can go grab before the trade deadline is over, just because, like, he was on slate to get a lot of their snaps. I traded for him in a dynasty league. Shout out to the homie in that league. He sent me I had Fulgham. He sent me Ayuk. I'm at the bottom of the league. Like, I took over a team. I'm like, run that.
Yeah, I'll take that. Sure.
Ayuk is going to be here for a minute.
He's solidified because either Debo hurt, Kittle hurt.
Yeah, Ayuk on COVID right now. Ayuk on COVID. That's why he didn't play on Thursday. So he got another game to sit out. Well, it'll be 10 days before they play. So if he got all negative tests leading up to Sunday, he'll be able to play. But nah, definitely. And I'm one of the motherfuckers on this shit that been talking about Ayuk since 3 weeks ago for y'all to go get him when he was just on the waiver wire. His game against the Rams when he broke out. On my mama, you can go check the tape. Yeah. So yeah, definitely that on my mama. Go get him if you got the chance to, 100%, and fire him up every fucking week that he's available to play. You know, because he's making motherfuckers dance too though, and he's going to go get that ball. You know what I mean? 100%. Whoever in the Seattle game when fucking Better came in. No, that was Mullins that came in. Who was he going to? How you looking? 100%, my nigga. What you want to do for the next one?
Let's jump into that Giants-Washington. Giants 23, Washington 20. Obviously, Kyle Allen got hurt. Alex Smith, he's back in there.
He dislocated
his ankle.
Yeah,
dislocated his ankle. He's done. Well, we know who Alex Smith loves to go to.
It wasn't no Dak Prescott fracture, though.
McKissick. Hey, he likes to go to McKissick. Now, McKissick might get you some duds. Don't just... You know, we're not telling you, start over him over this person or that.
Thompson.
But if you in a situation where you got a stud RB1 and you really kind of hurting at the
but
2.
Did you see when Alex hit T-Mac though, bro?
Bro,
that was all.
I posted it in the chat, but I was
saying though.
That was one of those plays when you playing Madden, you be like, bro, this game is so fake, bro.
Bro,
this shit.
So just with all
you're
three
a plug puller.
So with all three of them, my point is with all three of the quarterbacks is the rotation of them is you don't have to worry about McLaurin, bro. He's gonna be able to still get his dog, bro.
I mean, they gotta get him. They gotta get him involved. He's gonna get the ball. He's just nice, bro. Like
I swear, if he ever had a quarterback, if he had Kyle or something, he'd be a top 5 receiver.
But it's a lot of running quarterback. I mean, wide receivers like that. Allen Robinson is the same way. Like if he had a crazy quarter, you know what I mean? And that's why I didn't understand why the Packers didn't go trade for Fuller. Like, why you just
give up a crazy shit?
They just whatever. Fuck.
No, they would have had to because the Texans don't got no picks. The Dolphins own all they picks, so they was trying to get right back to up into the mix and shit. So they probably was asking for something crazy.
What you think about Gibson though?
Gibson fumbled that ball on that little breakaway, bro. They was playing shuffle the hot potato with that motherfucker.
Hot potato. Hey, look, I was watching Red Zone or something, right? And they were like, "You got to check out this play and watch who ends up with it." And I'm like, "Damn, whoa!" And I'm like, "Damn, is this nigga McLaurin finna get it?" Like, and then he came out of nowhere on the screen, but he didn't get it. I was like, "Oh, I thought that's what that was." You feel me?
Somebody a matchup.
But I've been telling y'all to get rid of Gibson, though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think he even scored this week, but Gibson is not that guy right now, bro. It's just what's around him is not gonna allow him to be that fire him up as your RB2 or, you know what I mean? I don't know, bro.
But like we said, it's not a lot of teams that's deep. So are you playing McKissick over Gibson at this point? Is that what you're saying?
Damn near. If it's gonna be how Alex Smith was in the past with all them dump offs to his running backs, then yeah.
Man, that's
I might, because how many games they gonna be ahead just running?
I mean, he had Gibson's last two, 18 and 12. He just had 12. Like he just fumbled. Like he'd have 14.
Got outscored by McKissick though. That's the point.
Yeah, because it's hard. You know what I mean?
But so it just depends on where you did your draft this year. If you did your draft, mid-July, late July, you got Gibson. You was able to get Gibson late, but when you got to August, in the middle of August, and you did your drafts, nigga, Gibson was going high, bro. You know what I mean?
You saying you gotta play him?
No, I'm saying I've been saying since we did the Swiver Swerve to let that motherfucker go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give the guys that held on to him, a little bit of love or optimism or whatnot. But I don't know, bro. I just I've been telling you niggas to get rid of that motherfucker, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, just the situation over there, it's not looking bleak for him. Shout out Memphis.
What about on the other side? I mean, Giants is you can't trust any of them except Shepard. It seemed like Shepard has been solid.
Slayton out there, but
Slayton got 2 games with having
had
one.
He
got 2 games this year with 1.
I thought he had.
I don't need that floor, bruh. That's why.
Back-to-back bubbles.
Danny Dimes has only won 5 games.
That's the reason. That's one of the reasons why.
That's 4 of them is against the Redskins.
Hey,
4 to 5, bro. That shit crazy.
Wow. Hey, that's one of the reasons.
That's a hell of a stat.
That's one of the reasons I traded for Thielen because I had Slayton starting.
But
I'm like, I can't
shout
do
out Double E Evan Ingram. He caught a touchdown pass this week. He been getting in the rounds and getting involved in a running game and shit. He looked like a real tight end this week, bruh.
Shout out to the girl, the woman, Stephanie. I forget her name. Stephanie something. I seen her on the Run Boys, but she's a Giants fan, and I seen her on Twitter. She said Ingram is ass. You feel me? I'm like, he is, bro. You can't trust nobody over there except Shepard to me, bro. Like, I mean, at this point, you gonna play Ingram because tight ends is thin.
Nah, Gallman did his thing this week too.
I
take that back. Gallman
My
too.
fault. I take that back. Bro, I dropped Gallman and picked him up when somebody got ruled out. You feel me? Like, that's how much motherfuckers wasn't fucking with Gallman. And thing. I played him over Aaron Jones.
And the thing is, bro, they still in it for
the
fucking
17.
Division. They still in it for the division, though, bro. They only like 1 game behind. No, they actually 2 games behind Philly because Philly got that fucking top. Don't let them catch fire, bro, on every day. And they got potential weapons over there, though, bro. 100%, my nigga.
Nah, I'm with you on that.
But yeah, though.
What about Lions and Vikings? 20-34. Stafford out. We know what he did. Swift came back with the solid double digits, but it was just solid.
For 63.
They still throwing it to fucking AP. You know what I mean? Using him.
I told you that's a motherfucking.
Marvin Jones too. I said it on the podcast too. Marvin Jones.
Yeah, no, I had.
I
had Marvin Jones as one of.
Well, how much points he had?
He had a TD though.
He scored.
He had a TD. He had like 3 receptions. He had 3
TD dependent, bro. He
just
had. So you're telling me 2 games in a row? 2 games in a row. Hey, 2 games in a row. He had 3 receptions and a touchdown. How many yards he had?
But 6 points is 6 points on top of the PPR, bro. That's
and he got Brett. Now he got Brett throwing it to him. Daniel, the boy Chase Daniel.
Damn.
Stafford might be out. You know what I mean? He might be in. Who knows, man? They need to fire Patricia.
He was talking about Jonnu was droppable and he scored That's all he did, and now you keeping him.
No, I have to keep him. What else I'm gonna do? I'm playing Hooper next week. I'm playing Hooper next week. Easy.
He's a tight end guru.
Bro, straight off the wire. Straight off the wire, I'm playing Hooper against Wood,
Tight
bro.
cuff,
Guaranteed, bro. Don't even worry about it.
You're donezo.
You hope. Aren't you
know
behind me, fella?
No,
You
I'm not.
hope.
No, I'm not. You don't even got 5 wins in that league.
I do now. You're behind me, buddy.
I got 5 wins, buddy.
You're behind me.
No,
Your
I'm
points
not.
don't add up.
Ours is a record bad.
No, I'm talking about standings.
Yeah, I'm talking about record
You talking
bad,
about
bro.
I'm finna lose. I'm saying
No,
you're
you're
behind
not.
me. You
You're-
hope I win.
You're
I
not.
lose. You
You're
feel
not.
me? Like
Oh,
I
we-
said, this
We
how
all
deep
fighting
this shit
fire
go.
right here.
Hey.
I'm finna dog your motherfucking ass.
We all fighting
You hope he
fire.
is. I got everybody
Don't
root
that
for
look
Wood.
like Kane on
You
TV?
done.
Your motherfucking ass?
Hey, I ain't never seen.
I'm
Hey,
selling these motherfuckers for $59.99.
hey, get your pom poms, JD. That's how you look right now, Jack. Hey, go get them.
Bruh.
Lions,
Y'all
Vikings,
played?
though.
Y'all played already?
Who, me and JD?
Yeah.
He beat me by 8. 149, 141.
But he
something like
remembers that ass whooping.
that. Because I didn't start John New. I played Hunter
Oh,
Henry.
because he didn't start
Yeah, we
John
both
up.
I
beat
played.
your ass.
I played. He didn't beat my ass, but and look,
L is a
hey,
L.
they both beat my ass, but I'm
Hey,
ahead of both y'all
I
in the
heard
standings.
some- hey, but I heard something's in the
5.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey,
On the Tom Brady meme, that is coming
but
in the
I'm
works.
ahead of y'all in the standings.
That's coming
Playoffs
in the
don't
works.
start today. That
but
shit
if
don't
they
matter.
did, and if you
But they don't. It's
lose,
week
Hey.
10.
If was a fifth, we'll be all be
if
drunk
your
off the
man
Casa
was
Azul,
on the
y'all.
Hey, let's get back
But
to
that's
it.
for a different league.
Hey,
Get the fuck out of
don't
here.
even worry about that.
Yeah,
Hey,
get
look.
your weird ass out of here. What are you talking about?
You know they bother when weird come out. When somebody say weird, they bother.
No, you bringing shit out
that weird
you're
is
bringing
different
shit out the
again.
atmosphere that don't even matter.
I'm just
The
telling
nigga
you.
just called you on the
Listen.
motherfucking
Nah,
what's the shit that the narratives that you make up?
the only
Monday,
narrative.
every Monday.
Listen,
Every
but
Monday
look,
narratives.
Monday narratives, right? But
Nigga.
look, one thing we can agree on,
Monday Night
viewers.
Raw
One
ass
thing we
nigga.
can agree on, right, viewers, is that they just said what they said, and I asked a simple question: are you guys above me in the standings when they come out
Yeah,
tomorrow?
We all next to each
Yes
other.
or
like
no?
we sit
No,
next
no,
to each
no,
other
no,
on the
no.
podcast.
Are
Is
you?
it week 13?
That's what I'm
Listen,
saying.
Is
Are
it
you-
week 13?
He was just bragging about his
Is
standings
it week
last
13?
week. He
Because
was
I
just
was-
bragging
Is it-
last
Because
week,
you had
bro.
4
Our
wins,
playoffs
I
start
had
week
5.
13.
Hey, ALB.
It's
This
only
ALB, y'all. This how we get, bro. It's serious,
You
bro.
got more wins than any of us?
I will. Don't even
Do
worry
you
about
have
it.
more
Win.
wins
I
than
got
any
more
of us?
points, and they
Win.
matter.
Yeah.
And they matter, bro.
Yeah,
Check
yeah.
that out.
All
Hey,
points don't
we
matter.
really
Fuck
don't.
your
Look, we
points.
really don't. You want to talk about Hawkinson, though?
Oh yeah.
Hawkinson.
That's 3 straight games, bro.
Hey,
Hawkinson.
before
Did
you
you have
get
Hawkinson?
into look,
You
before you
traded
get
him
into
up.
your point, before
This
you
nigga
get into your
traded
point,
the best tight end and had 8 tight ends this year. Traded the best one away.
nah, he was hurt. He was. It don't even matter. Look,
It do matter.
it don't, cause I got other tight ends. The tight ends I got outscored him. You feel me? So if it happens
week?
like overall, if it happens
don't
like
know.
that, then
We
it
don't
happens.
know.
We
You
don't
gotta
know.
Check it, bro. You
Hey,
gotta check
no.
that.
Well, my dude had 11 and he had 14.
See, look
So
at him.
no,
Look.
you feel me? But overall, my
on,
dudes got
bro.
what they do, and they do what they
jokes
do.
right
Not Hunter
there.
Henry.
He ain't been doing nothing.
Here
He
you
get the
go.
same shit. Who your tight end?
Hawkinson.
Huh?
Hawkinson and Hayden Hurst.
ALB.
I got Hayden Hurst.
I mean,
Yeah.
listen. Okay, back to my point. Look, look. I'm going with Hawkinson. Look, back to my point about having how slim tight ends is this year, right? I said
Definitely.
to somebody on the phone, I said, if you got Kelsey or Wiley, you're not worried. And then I was already thinking, what about Hawkinson? And Wood typed, what about Hawkinson? You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm like, true.
I
You
thought
feel me?
Wood had Hawkinson.
He do.
Oh,
he
you
do.
got
He got him and
Andrews, yeah.
Andrews. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's Slim
but,
out there for
you
sure.
know,
Shout out Slim
He
and
been
Hudson.
shopping Andrews in
Slim.
ALB like a motherfucker. Somebody, what did them niggas call him out in the chat on that shit too,
Reese.
bro?
Stupid comment.
Oh,
Reese called him out. He said, you been shopping Amari and Andrews heavy, huh?
Real talk. Trying to get rid of them niggas.
But you know,
man.
with Hawkinson, like I said, with how slim tight ends is this year, Hawkinson is gonna be a steal for you. You know what I mean? And I have a lot of shares of him still, though. You know what I mean? So I'm giving you the biased opinion and the unbiased opinion. He's gonna. The targets are probably gonna be there. And if we talk about Chase Daniel being the quarterback, you're definitely not worried about a tight end because that's a quarterback's best friend. You know?
Shout out to the guys that's playing players, not worried about where they drafted them at this point. Because that shit should be over with. Oh, I drafted this dude in the X round, whatever. I gotta play him over now. It ain't that. Like, shout out to Wood for playing Hawkinson over Andrews this week.
Right.
Even though he didn't need it when he beat your ass. Oh, that's why you want him to beat my ass, because he didn't beat your ass. You supposed to want Cuzzo to win, bro. You want me to lose and get whooped like you got
a
whooped.
bet, bro.
Huh?
Wood,
You right. We got a
I
bet.
don't fuck with you during fantasy,
Well, you
nigga.
don't.
Fuck
I don't
you,
fuck
bro.
you with you either, bro.
100%, bro.
He always calling Big Cousin for some help, man.
I just be trying to pump the nigga up, man. That's
I don't
it.
need to be pumped up, bro.
I just be trying to lift his spirits,
So, look,
his fantasy
so,
spirits.
Look, I be
he been
even
down lately.
no, 100%. I be like this on a straight curve, while this nigga to the left of me be like this.
Bro, he be like the stock market.
On my mountain.
No, that's what y'all think. But I have listen. There's two phases to this. There's what you believe and what they believe, right? So you have to have a thin line between what you believe and what they believe. And sometimes your league mates try to sway you this way or that way.
We see you.
I know how to lose. I lost 3 times on camera. I did. I know how to win. I know how to lose.
Come on, bruh. If you don't get the fuck out of here, bro.
So look, I'm gonna give y'all a prime example. And look,
There
we
it
do teach this on the podcast, and this is a long show. We know we already at an hour, but don't even worry about right. Listen, we know that trolling and talking shit goes hand in hand. But y'all seen on the first 2, 3, 4 episodes, JD was on his high horse. He was
100%.
He was feeling himself. You could clearly see it. And then he became somber. I be trying to lift his spirits, bro. That's it.
Hey, but look though. So the cold thing is though, nigga, no matter what, we still gonna be right there where we is though, bro. From the beginning to the end, my nigga. It's a motherfucking
You out the
marathon.
playoffs and me trying to win.
No, I'm not out the playoffs, bro. How am I out the playoffs when I got to say?
But I told you Air Fizzo.
I told you he
Didn't we call him Air
he's
Fizzo?
5-5. It just seemed like
Nah, I like that though.
Seemed like
You'll be alright.
2-5.
You'll be alright. You'll be alright.
Right, B.
You'll be alright.
niggas
You'll be alright,
great.
B. You'll be alright, B. You'll be alright, B. Well, let's talk about Panthers and the Chiefs. 33 Chiefs, 31 Panthers. That was a good game right there,
The
too.
Chiefs finna lose for a minute.
Well, we know they
Nigga,
ran CMC into the ground.
Nigga, I told you niggas
Literally.
about Curtis Samuel last week. It wasn't no fluke.
It wasn't a fluke.
Oh my mama.
He's
my
over
man.
20
And
and close to it.
I started this motherfucking ass in the ashy, my nigga.
Did you win?
Yeah, I won.
That's
Did
a good
you win
start. Who'd you
in the
start
ashy?
him over? Who'd you start
Did
him
you
over?
win in the ashy?
I didn't. Who you
All
started
right
him over?
then. I started Samuel and I won.
Over who? I'm asking for the hard to start people.
Nigga, I ain't had nobody to start. I needed to start any.
Okay, all right, baby.
I went and put in a waiver claim for that motherfucking and slid his motherfucking ass right in there. And he did this thing.
Tyreek Hill did his thing.
2 touchdowns. That's back-to-back games with 2 touchdowns for Tyreek.
Yep. He top 3, I want to say, or in the top 5 around there for the top.
But Kelsey had the 10
Robinson
receptions.
scored 2 in a row.
Owners are missing the Chiefs players this week because they was balling.
Mahomes just gonna score 40 every week
but,
from now on.
But Kelsey with 10 receptions and $1.59 though, bro. That's a lot of points.
He had like 38 points for. I told y'all last week on the podcast I made a trade involving Kelsey and I had Zeke in the whole trade.
Oh yeah.
And
in
that
the 14
helped.
team.
Yes, hard to start league.
Right,
Shout out to
remember
Zach. Kelsey and
he blessed you with Kelsey.
Yeah, I mean, it was Zeke involved. It was like 3
Zeke
players.
was involved. Man, we see what Zeke is doing, bro. You got off the
he gave me Lockett, Kelsey, somebody Swift for
McLaurin.
For McLaurin
and
Zeke and somebody else.
Right,
I forget.
He won.
The Swift of the year.
You know how I do. You know how I trade. I don't swim. I just trade.
You know
but
how
look,
on
the flip side, Bell is still worthless. I can't believe how many people got excited about Bell.
He should be on the fucking waiver.
Why did people get so excited about Bell? Can y'all recollect me?
Well, I'm a CEH. I got 2 shares of him in the home league, so I was just being optimistic the whole way.
I never thought he was gonna go crazy. I thought maybe he'd go get you like some 10 to 12 point games here and there, but he droppable.
Well, maybe he just getting a little bit of still getting acclimated to what they got going on with that Andy Reid shit. You know what I mean? It might take him a couple more games. But when Mahomes is throwing for 3 TDs in the first half against the Jets, he threw for 5 total in that game. He threw for 4 total this game. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just the way that the game script is going for the Chiefs right now. So, I don't know how many attempts Le'Veon had this week, and I apologize that for you niggas right there, bro. To drive my point home. It's just that my point is that they get so up, and I can't even say they get so up because nigga Carolina was battling with their motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? So they could have stayed running the ball with Kansas City. You know what I mean? Because Carolina had a chance at winning that motherfucking game, and I didn't get the chance to watch that game. But seeing how the shit shaped up and whatnot, I don't know how involved Le'Veon was, but I know damn sure he wasn't involved.
He had 1 point.
He was losing snaps to Darrell Williams.
Yeah, he's not.
So that tells me that that's just because Darrell Williams has been there for the last 3 years.
That tells me Bell better call Puff. He better call Puff, Khaled, and start booking some studio sessions because they might cut him around that motherfucker.
Darrell Williams knows the system, bro. That's all that is. Leave
Hey,
old Le'Veon Bell comes in.
And let me ask y'all this though.
Do work.
Let me ask y'all this on the Panthers side though. With CMC possibly gonna miss some time, Mike Davis back in the conversation. The last 3, I'm gonna say the last 4 games, 11, 8, 8, 8 with McCaffrey. He only had 1 snap. I mean, he's back into the conversation. Is he a must start? Tampa Bay, Detroit, Minnesota, bye week, Denver, Green Bay, Washington.
Yeah, if CMC is gonna miss 1 or 2 games, yeah. Even he was still getting I was watching the motherfucking the Baltimore Indianapolis game was on for out in this area. So when that game was over with, they cut to the KC Carolina game, and Mike Davis was still getting touches, even though
he was getting catches. Yeah,
even though McCaffrey was doing his motherfucking thing. So if McCaffrey, it comes out that he misses 1 or 2 games. Even if he don't miss a game, he's still a flex play. But if McCaffrey does miss 1 or 2 games, or even, they might even shut him down because you don't want to even risk him. How you gonna come back your first game from 7 games sitting down and get a shoulder injury, even though it's an upper body and not a lower leg injury or whatnot? You know what I mean? He still might be able to play, but why play him? But they're still fighting too. So I don't know what the coaching staff is thinking. But if he does miss any games, you fire him up as your RB2, 100%.
I mean, when I had Mike Davis and CMC was hurt, he was kind of hurting me because I had to start him. You feel me? And he was giving me those 8s.
But that was the last 2 games. The first couple of games though, he was balling though.
Yeah, no, I think he'll pick it up. I mean, they did play. Atlanta was on their ass. The weather was bad. New Orleans and KC, you know what I mean? And then Chicago before that. And those were his bad games. Before that, 29, 21, 22, 15, they could definitely get back to that, especially with Detroit coming up. They do got Tampa. They'll be hungry, but that means a lot of receptions because I think Tom Brady going to come out firing. We will get into matchups, but I think Mike Davis is a good play. And now that I think about it, that's going to bite me in the ass because Wood got Mike Davis because I traded him with McCaffrey being out. Yeah.
I don't know about because they 0-3 with McCaffrey. They 3-3 when he out, and then the way they win when McCaffrey ain't there, it's not the way they win when McCaffrey there. They feed McCaffrey.
Force
when
feed.
He ain't there, they throw more. So they trying to win. Mike Davis ain't finna be the bell cow. And that's what scared me about my.
Well, then that goes on the coaching staff of Rule. Even though they just
can't win with as Mike Davis being the bell cow.
So what they need to do is get when McCaffrey is there and fully healthy, they still need to give Mike Davis that role.
It's not Mike Davis. I mean, they're getting the ball to Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore when Christian McCaffrey is out, and not handing the ball off 20 times.
So
and they're winning that way.
No, I understand that.
Now I think they go back to that, and Mike Davis not getting 20 touches is my point.
Yeah,
but he gonna get them catches though. But
he get some catches. I think it's gonna be a 10 to 12 type thing. You can't depend on McCaffrey type numbers. We've seen that it's not gonna be.
If I was doing daily fantasy this week, I would definitely pick Mike Davis. He got 20-point action.
I pick McKissick over Mike Davis.
But with them giving McCaffrey the highest contract as a running back, he has to get that ball. But my thing is, as a coaching staff, you trying to get your return on the investment as an organization. So we got to give him the whole thing. But my thing is, with Mike Davis showing the capability of him doing that, and then Teddy Bridgewater being able to diversify his motherfucking bonds. You know, shout out to the Chappelle Show with Wu-Tang, and get it to all three of them receivers. You got a plethora of fucking weapons. You got Robbie, you got DJ, you got Curtis Samuel, and you got your 2 running backs, bro. You don't have to give
that too, and they got Curtis Samuel in the mix now. So
But
that's what I'm saying.
He looks good
Bro,
running.
That's what I'm saying.
Is he a must start the rest of the
You
year?
damn right he is. To me, in my opinion, he is, bro.
I'd rather start him over DJ
A
Moore
lot
for
of guys,
sure.
Hell yeah.
For
DJ
sure,
Moore's
for
the
sure.
last dude I'd play on
I'm
the
just
team
saying-
when McCaffrey back.
I'm just saying Carolina has a bright future with all the fucking weapons they got
They do.
on everything, on that offensive side of the ball, bro. And how you gonna go into Kansas City and give them, you know, a threat to lose, bro? Oh, my mama, you know what I mean? They was running with them boys.
Robbie Anderson, raw.
Robbie Anderson is
Right,
top
right,
5 in
right.
receiving yards right now, bro.
Robbie
And
Anderson,
he might be
nice.
top 3. You know what I mean? I know it's Diggs, I know it's DK. Then it got to be somebody else, and then it's motherfucking Robbie on my mama. I was just looking at the shit. So, yeah, shout out to Robbie, and he's fully healthy, bro. He's not playing with Darnold. And ain't nothing to knock on Darnold. It's just him being outside of New York, being in Carolina. You know, further down the motherfucking 95. 85, I-95. That's what it is out there, bro. On my mama. Yes, sir.
Let's talk about Broncos and the Falcons. Broncos 27, Falcons 34.
Shout out to Jerry Jeudy, bro. 24 targets in 2 games, 197 yards with a touch, bro. 100%, man. Drew Lock is looking for that first round pick. So when Cortland Sutton come back next year,
They
him
going
and
crazy
Judy,
next
bro,
year.
they gonna go crazy. Like my nigga just said here to the right, bro.
They
On
going
my
crazy
mama.
next year. Yeah, Judy got dumb routes. He routed that boy.
He
over
got
there.
that footwork, bro. He gonna
And
make you
him and
dance.
Sutton, that's gonna be nice. With
On
Drew
my
Lock,
mama.
they just getting him experience right now. Like Drew Lock is a nice little daily fantasy play, and maybe if you hurting a quarterback or you in a two-team league, Lock is a nice little play because they're gonna try to see what they got
Yeah.
with that connection at receiver quarterback and really just let him get his reps out. Let him
Yeah.
trial and error at this point right now. The running backs
Mhm.
is getting you 3 yards a carry. So you're going to air it out a lot.
Nah.
So it's going to be a good situation.
I'm fucking with that for sure. You know, Tim Patrick scored this game. You know what I
Tim
mean?
Patrick, too.
Yes,
He's
sir.
a
On my
fan.
mama. On
They
my
got
mama.
guys. So if you
No.
held on to Judy right now, you kind of happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then
I
I was.
picked up Judy off the wire
I
in the
was
league.
saying, if you held on to him, he was droppable. He was.
He's only 62% owned in the leagues right now,
Yeah.
bro. So that he's still a little bit attainable to go get, but you know what I mean? He's ready to be fired. Like I just said, man, 24 targets in 2 games. So not this game, but last game it only translated to 54 yards and no TDs. But if you go to this game that just played against the Falcons, $1.27 in a tut. On top of, if you're looking at the trends, that's who Drew Lock is looking for, bro. On my mama, man. On the Denver side. So, yeah, shout out to Jerry Jeudy and Drew Lock. And then to go on the motherfucking, on the Atlanta side, here it is, Julio with back-to-backs. You know what I mean? And with no fucking Coolio, shout out to Bogey. You know what I mean? Coolio is motherfucking, the young bull from Alabama. I can't even think of his name. But yeah, though, he's out. You had Zemesis. I can't even say his name.
17.
17 on my mama. But Matt Ryan is finding a way. That's a 3-game win streak. I know they beat Carolina on Thursday. I want to say they're on a 3-game win streak, bro.
I called it a couple weeks ago. Like, Matt Ryan might be back. The second half, he's going to be back to that top,
But the cool thing is, Matt Ryan is the number 1 in throwing yards, in passing yards right now. Right now, Matt Ryan's number 1 in passing yards, bro. I don't know what the TD to interception ratio is, but he's throwing, but he's slanging that bitch, bro.
For sure.
On my mama, he's getting rid of that motherfucker. So yeah, though. So Atlanta, and I said this last week though. Atlanta is fantasy relevant, whether it be Julio, Matt Ryan, even TG30, and he don't even got the 30 on him.
He falls into a touchdown every week. Like,
You know.
Well, that offense is top 5 offense in the league.
You said that last week. On my mama, you said
they
that.
gonna be-
he's just gonna
Yeah.
fall into a touchdown.
On everything.
Like,
So you can fire up Matt Ryan for sure, bro, every week, bro, because they got to slang that bitch, bro.
Hey, on that side, what you said about Drew Lock, he's one of those guys that's gonna be a nice late season quarterback. Like you said, he's gonna be one of those nice late season ones because he's slanging that ball.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
They
They trying to see what they got, like you said, and he's putting it out there, bro. The last few games, he had over 30, 35 this game. He had before that.
He ran for a
And
TD last. This
Ran
week.
for a TD. Judy was the best route runner in the draft.
Yeah.
You feel me? Between him and Justin Jefferson, you know what I mean? And, you know, he was highly touted for his route running. And, you know, I definitely I like the run. I like Judy and Locke more than I like Gordon and Lindsey.
No, yeah, for sure.
Like, if you got to start Gordon and Lindsey at this point, it's
like Tim
it's
Patrick
ugly.
almost more. I can't wait for them next year. Really, I can't wait for Judy and Sutton and see where they go in the draft next year, based on how Locke and Judy finish the season. Because it's going to be a lot of hype going into next year if they finish.
I
with
grabbed
some
Drew
good
Lock
wins.
off the wire in the Heart2start dynasty. Yeah, just to, you know, well, I had Dak, he got hurt,
I
so
would.
you know I was screwed on that end of it. But yeah, they definitely back in the fantasy relevance, and we are talking about the Broncos, y'all. We are talking about the Broncos, specifically Judy and Locke for sure. What about Dolphins and the Cardinals? Ooh, this was a good one right here. Dolphins 34, Cardinals 31.
They could the Dolphins just showing they could win any way. They could win in the defensive, like ugly games. They just won in a shootout on the road in Arizona. Like I thought Arizona was gonna take care of business. Like Miami for sure. They are real.
They did not
Tua's
take care.
Tua's gonna be a problem. He's gonna be like I'm saying. It's the year of the quarterback. We just said two, just random quarterbacks. Tua and Drew Lock. Like
Tua and Drew Lock. Well, I don't know about fantasy wise with Tua, but as far as like a fan and hoping he do good and kind of enjoying seeing the Dolphins win some games. You know what I mean? I'm not even mad at the Dolphins. I have no beef with Dolphin fans. You know what I mean? And like I said, I like to see him, but I'm not messing with Tua on a fantasy side. Maybe late season. You know what I mean? He had 20. He had 20. And see, Devontae Parker was getting guarded all game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pat P was on him. You know what I mean? But I think they're pretty promising. But like I said, I rather play Drew Lock over Tua. Because I feel like at this point, the Dolphins need to win games. They're not about to depend on Tua slinging it. Not right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But they also have a great defense, too,
Exactly,
though. That's
you
keeping
feel
them
me?
in the game, though.
Put him in good positions to score touchdowns.
On everything.
He can run with
But
his
shout out
legs
to
and-
Flores for making that
I'd
switch,
say
too,
shout
though,
out
bro.
Flores for sure.
Yeah,
And
a lot of people
getting
questioned it.
Tua in there, though. On everything.
A lot of people
You know,
question it for sure.
He's seen him having a good team, and as good as Fitzpatrick was doing in fantasy, he was still turning the ball over a lot. So that was a good little call
And
by
they're
him.
5-3 right now with Buffalo being 7-2,
Wide open.
and they still have to
Pass
play
down.
Buffalo, bro.
But let me
So-
tell y'all this though. So, you know, I'm a stash type dude, so I'm gonna give y'all some game. Miami, they play Denver and the Jets, Cincinnati. I'm not saying that they just defense gonna go crazy, but that's a defense you might want to play.
How many of those are home games for Miami?
Cincinnati, that's it. Denver.
That Denver Miami game gonna be a low key sneaky little good game.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy watching some of those for sure. I like that a little. But I mean, we already talked a lot about Kyler, but what do y'all think about Edmonds, him being the workhorse this week?
12 for 67 this week as the main guy. I don't know what his receptions was, but I know on the ground it was 12 for 63, 12 for 67 or something like that. I don't think he scored this week. That's my only thing.
You know what
Kinda had a
Edmonds
game.
showed me? I don't mean to cut you off. You know what Edmonds showed me? That no matter what running back is in the Cardinals offense, around 12 is what you're probably going
I
to
would
get.
say that was the game he had with Drake. If Drake
If
played.
Drake was there, he'd have 11 or
That's
12
the-
possibly.
that's
You
the
feel
game
me?
he had.
So it seems like if Edmonds isn't going to be catching those passes like you would have hoped, then, you know, he's still solid to play in these next few weeks. But, you know, I went and made a trade and traded Dobbins for Drake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With Edmonds in the league.
So
And
you secured the
Ashley.
backfield.
I secured the backfield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
You know, so that's strategy. Y'all just gotta get it how you live, man. Shout out to BG, man. Get it how you live in this fantasy shit, and start looking at some of. If y'all holding on to players that clearly ain't really producing, and maybe you got a shaky defense or you got shaky defenses are important if you're playing in defensive leagues. Like, you don't want to just play a bad defense if you're streaming defense because you haven't looked ahead. Like a team like the Dolphins or somebody you might want to grab for sure. What you think about D Hop though? Are you worried about D Hop with Christian Kirk balling how he is?
I'm not worried, but I mean it's just another body you gotta kind of worry about, I guess. But I mean D Hop, you gotta run him out there. So shit.
Especially where you got him, the price that you drafted him at, the premium that you drafted him at late, the late of the first, the beginning of the second round, maybe even the first half of the second round. But I wouldn't panic on D Hop. You had Xavier Howard and motherfucking Byron Jones this game right here.
Arguably the best corner tandem in the league.
Right, on my mama. And then I think they just coming off a bye, and the game before that was the Dallas game, and D Hop ate that game. Because I played against D Hop that game, and he's part of the reason why I lost.
I was about to say he's had an 11 game and a 9 game, and that's it.
While you there, can you look up Christian Kirk though?
Yeah, the last 2 games he bought, they just had a bye. They're coming off a bye.
Last 2.
It's the last 2 that he bought.
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I'm gonna give you the last 5 since he's been hurt. 10, 12, 23, 20, 24.
Yeah,
he's been going crazy, bro.
That's big.
Christian Kirk is the guy. Now he did have 2 touchdowns in 2 of those games, a piece, each one. 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns. But last game he had 123 yards and a touchdown, bro. Christian Kirk is something, bro. Listen, I know we're not supposed to bring up Ashy League and all that, but I had a lot of running backs last year in the Ashy League, which is JD League, which is the trophy that's in the background right here. I won that league with Christian Kirk as one of my receivers starting. I was shuffling him and somebody else, and I was playing him at the end of the year because he was balling at the end of the year. Our gripe against him was, can he stay healthy? You know what I mean?
No, I mean, them is good players to have. They have scored 30 plus points in 5 of the 8 games, so they putting up points. Somebody gonna score the touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So you got to run them Cardinals out there. That's one of the better offenses.
And the cold thing is, if you go to Kyler's attempts, we're not talking about what he's completing or nothing like that. Just go look at his attempts. It's going to be over 25 to 30 attempts per game for the first 9 weeks. 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, my mama. So all of... my bad.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to cut you off, though. I know in the first couple of weeks, I know the first game of the season that D-Hop shattered a record over there in Arizona for the most targets at 14. You know what I mean? Then he doubled back with 10. And then as the season progressed, it wasn't going to need to be 14s and 10s and 7s and 9s. Because you got other motherfuckers that's over there named Christian Kirk that demands targets, my nigga. So keep going on later on in the season.
How many games? I'm worried about. I'm worried about that Christian Kirk didn't play in those games. He had them crazy targets.
No, he was hurt. He hasn't been hurt, I don't think.
He was hurt. He got hurt like 2 games. He was hurt like 2 games.
Oh, then if it was, then
you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm just worried that. And then Larry Fitz kind of been going. I don't know what he did this week, but last week he had 14. You know what I mean? Then you got Evans in the play.
He hasn't had a game under 7 targets, well, except for this last game.
Who? That's DeAndre Hopkins?
Hopkins.
So under 7, but my main thing is for the first 2 games, he shattered a record.
He's had 16 targets, 9, 12, 9, 7. 8,
so everything since week
12.
2 has been single digit.
What's his points been though?
No, the targets.
The targets ain't been single. He had 12 in week 3. He had 9 in week 4.
Single.
I mean, he was 1 away from 10.
But what I'm saying is that
7.
they don't have to force feed him like they was doing at the beginning of the season because they have other fucking
So that's
options.
my question: is
But
are you worried about
I
it?
I don't expect any receiver except Mike Thomas.
That
or
many
Adams.
targets.
Yeah, really.
No, I mean
So-
DeAndre Hopkins had 160 targets last year.
Well,
You know,
different
because it was a
you
different
were already
offense.
weary of this coming in with Hopkins.
No, I understand
With
that,
the targets.
but my main thing is he could still do his damage
Yeah,
with 7 to 8 targets and
Nah,
still
facts.
get $1
yeah, that's normal. That's normal. Wide receiver one
But
targets.
on everything. But when
Yeah.
you got a Christian that's getting 7 targets on 5 receptions and $1.20 with a tut,
Could live with that too.
you can. On my mama, I mean, you don't have to fucking force feed this
It's
dude
enough
like
to go
that.
around. They scoring
Right.
30
And they're
points a game.
still, you know,
Kyler going stupid.
Kyler going stupid.
You better hope my players don't get off like the year you had
Kyler.
Mahomes, man. Because Kyler going
He's
stupid.
praying. I had
praying.
hitters.
Praying. I got hitters too. They just average
trying to
hitters.
trade.
Don't even trip. I'm always trying to trade to
You
get
got them
better,
out
man.
of town
Look,
hitters.
let's jump into we have been into it, man, because we just kicking it, man. Like I said, hey, Will, rest in peace, man. We just kicking it back for
motherfucking
you,
Will,
man.
man. That nigga, man.
Yeah, well,
That nigga, boy.
Jags.
Y'all should have seen me back in the day, bro. I used to have a bald fade with the dye, bro. I was the original Golden Lord, nigga, and he was part of the reason, bro. I had red hair. I had
That nigga
I had
gassed you to
hair.
blonde to dye your shit.
No, he didn't gas me to do
I'm
nothing. I
fucking
did
with
that
you,
on my
bro. I'm
motherfucking
fucking
own, my
with you,
nigga. Don't
bro.
do that,
I'm
bro.
fucking
Nigga, I don't
with
want to
you.
hear that bullshit, my
I'm
nigga.
fucking with you.
I'm just saying, my nigga.
Oh.
But yeah, though, nigga, I had the ball fade, nigga. With the nigga, I grow my shit out, dye it then, and let that nigga ball fade me, my nigga. The illest nigga walking these motherfucking streets, nigga, like that. Wasn't nobody doing that back then, bro. 100%, my nigga. On everything, and that's the nigga that was icing me. Everywhere I went, they be like, "Who cut your motherfucking hair, bro?"
Will Bars.
On my mama,
I was
nigga.
gonna say that nigga Kev had the
Nigga.
glow up in junior. He didn't get no lineup. He said till
I didn't get no lineup till 7th grade.
Nigga
Will was
glowed up in
first.
high school, junior high.
Oh, everything.
That's because he seen his motherfucking cousin over there going to go get that shit, though. That's all that was.
Oh, everything.
Oh, my
I
mama.
give you, I pay homage to you all the time. You don't even
Yeah.
take the credit, bro. Let's get the Texans and the Jags, man. Texans 27, Jags 25.
Fucking
Shark
Lucky.
28
Hey,
fantasy points.
Kind of good.
That quarterback, what's his
Yeah,
name,
I
bro?
don't know.
Luton.
Luton.
Luton. We
Something.
said
No, it was
Luton
like
free.
That's right.
Luton free. Shout out to
Yeah,
Bogart.
Luton free.
Luton, the
Bruh.
Jacksonville quarterback. He
Nah,
was-
but Shark had his motherfucking, like, he had a 75-yard
Shark
flag,
nice.
though, bro.
yeah, that was
Nobody
the
was
first
looking
one.
for him, though. That's the
Shark
thing, though.
raw.
It seemed like Minshew was not, I don't know what it was, but it seemed
You
like...
know what it
last year,
is,
but
bro?
this year he wasn't.
Luton trying to get his job. Minshew
Yeah,
was
yeah.
trying to keep it. Minshew going away from the good cornerbacks, and he not taking the chances. Luton going, he trying to
Playing
win.
with
I'm gonna go to
house
my
money.
best dude.
So he
playing
played
house
free
money,
last
yeah.
year, but going into this year, he was playing kind of
playing
He was
house
playing
money.
like I'm trying to get a contract with
Yeah,
this
yeah.
mustache. You know what I mean?
With his mustache.
Had niggas drafted him high and all
For
type
real.
of shit.
Robinson, Bogarts was right about Robinson. He getting the Zeke. I mean, he better than Zeke this year, but he getting the Zeke volume. You know what I'm saying? And you really don't get that in too many spots. So he getting that, and he doing a lot with it. So I actually kind of might change my mind on Robinson. He might be solid for the whole year. Like really
Yeah,
just
nah, he's
keep
definitely
doing his
solid.
thing.
No,
I thought he would fall off, maybe hit the rookie wall, whatnot.
And they ain't even did that yet.
Yeah.
for sure.
Will Fuller, 6 straight games, touchdown.
Nah, Will Fuller is
Fuller
definitely, this his
crazy,
first
man.
year. I ain't gonna say it's his
Right, it
first year.
paid off. I got him every year for like 4 years.
And he's
This
banking
nigga finally
That's
paid. Let me
big.
knock on
That's
fucking
big.
wood, man.
70-something yards
Shit.
this week.
Cooks too though.
Cook's going
No,
crazy
Cooks.
too. And I
Watson.
like the Texans because that defense is gonna keep them in close games all year. So I mean they just lost they just gave up cheeks to Luton.
Yeah.
So that's a good having
And-
Cook start Fuller.
yeah.
Not DJ though. DJ low key kind of trash.
No, he just got a concussion too. I had him in I got him in 2
Yeah, he
leagues,
just got a
bro.
concussion.
He's like Gurley, but he ain't Gurley because they ain't getting them touchdowns.
Yeah, no, he's
Like,
definitely
no,
not getting the
yeah.
touchdowns.
Because
But
they
he's
ain't
getting,
looking for him right
he
there.
getting the
Matt
50
Ryan ain't running it in.
He's-
Watson will.
Right.
he
You know
getting
what
the
I'm
50 yards with the motherfucking 50 rushing yards and 50 receiving yards. So that's what's keeping his motherfucking ass
Yeah.
relevant to that 12 to 13 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's definitely a motherfucker that you really don't want to bank on right now,
Yeah.
as long as he's your flex. On my mama.
I mean, how you feel about Duke Johnson since David Johnson possibly out? Is that somebody you grabbing?
39 yards on the
I
ground.
was literally just about to say, if they had anybody capable of doing the job, then he would have been getting carries took from him. But Duke Johnson ain't that guy.
Yeah, he's just a receiving back, bro.
He's not the guy for sure, bro. Let's get into that. What we got on deck, man? Let's see. Ravens and Colts. That was supposed to be a good one. I was watching that one. That was
a damn good one for the first fucking half, for sure.
What scares me is, like, because I watched that game too, Lamar Jackson had a good game, like, football-wise, like, but it still only translated into 15 fantasy points. And that's what I was worried about after the 2-3 weeks I had him. That's why I got him.
And what saved him?
I was just
the Russian TV.
The Russian TV, right?
At the end of the game.
You could have
and
9
he got
points.
smacked too. You seen that shit?
Yeah. So I mean, he played well. Like, he had a good game, but not fantasy wise. And
not fantasy wise.
The owners you should have been tried. I think I've been said get rid of Jackson.
But the Ravens as a whole leads the NFL in rushing yards per game.
And they just win ugly.
They win ugly. They're not winning like how they won last year, but they do rush the ball. So, you know, their main focal point is the rushing game. So, you know, whether it be Gus Edwards, whether it be Mark Ingram that hasn't played the last few games, or whether it be J.K., they're not winning the game, you know, putting up the 40s and 50s that they was doing last year, bruh.
There's not a...
You know what I mean?
There's not a Raven... What am I trying to say? There's not a Raven that I would take over a Falcon right now.
I agree with that, bro.
And they're two different teams.
No, 100% because
the defense.
Because they're 6-2.
But if you go position by position,
no, for
every
real.
Falcon you taking.
No, 100%.
So it's crazy how the Ravens just really not fantasy relevant this year. You're not confident in any of them. Not one single.
No, not. I mean,
not
the running backs.
Andrews, not Hollywood.
Just
not
the running
even
backs.
the running back.
Just
how? You can't
Lamar,
trust them.
Not even the MVP.
You can't trust them.
I mean,
it's crazy right now.
You can only trust Lamar because you got him and you're playing him.
And that's probably your best option. But if you got a Herbert or something, you playing Herbert right now. Or
you're firing Herbert up right now. You firing up Lamar because of where you dropped him up.
You're firing up Drew Lock before you fire up Lamar right now.
Fuck no.
Next week.
You got the heart to do that.
After these, I got to see the schedule. Let's see the schedule.
Whoever got Lamar Jackson is firing him up, bro.
Oh, I
would say this,
like
bro.
Lamar Jackson in weeks. Fantasy wise.
No, I believe that. And he was your second round pick, right?
Yeah. That hurts me to say it.
But you got off that train, though. Damn, bro. You alright?
I had to wait, bro. You alright?
Bro, I'm too, but...
I was laughing about Lamar.
That's that Heart2start strain over there, y'all.
I was laughing.
We got our own strain coming for you niggas.
I was laughing when you asked him
mama.
if he got even a second round. You know what I mean? That's what.
If we got our own strain coming, if you motherfuckers that fuck with the medicinal, nigga, tap in. We got a Heart2start strain coming, nigga. Get you choking on your motherfucking picks.
Hey, Jonathan Taylor, bro. A lot of people are banking on him in their running back position. He had to fumble. He under single digits 2 games in a row. He came out of college. He was fumbling in Wisconsin. Like, that was the knock on him, was fumbling. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I think Indy is overachieving, bro. Besides their defense. You know?
They have no offense at all. That's for sure.
They don't have the outside weapons. Yeah,
no, for sure.
You're right.
It has to be their run game. That's what they leaned on last year with Marlon Mack. You know what I mean?
But they had Brissett last year, though. That's the thing, though.
Yeah.
But they had a healthy receiving core last year, though. This year, T.Y. ain't doing shit. They had, what's the boy name that went to Green Bay? The boy, he played for Carolina. He was over there in Indy last year. Mm-hmm. Big Funches. Funches was over there last year. You know what I mean? Bumsky. But my thing is that you got Marcus Johnson. You got motherfucking Zach Pascal, which Zach Pascal has had some fantasy relevant games in his past, though. You know what I mean? You had a Jack Doyle who has fantasy relevant. Jack Doyle's had an 85 reception year before. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck is going on with this Frank Wright offense and whatnot. And I put in a bid for Phillip Rivers just based on what his schedule looks like going into these last 5 to 6 weeks, which is greens and whites, which means he can eat, but they ain't got nobody to get the ball to him. You know, I don't know, bro. So that shit kind of hurt right now for what's going on in Indy. But for them to still be in the game in the first half and some shit not go right for them in the second half, it still says a lot. And then you still got Tennessee who just lost. You know what I mean? They still at the top of their division, so they're going to be, playoff relevant. It's just a matter of who steps up and becomes fantasy relevant, for these last 3 to 4 weeks. You trying to make your push.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. What about Bears and the Titans? Bears 17, Titans 24.
Oh, I take that back. The Titans didn't lose 3 straight because they won this week. My bad,
They
y'all.
had to win this week.
24-17. The Bears continue to be disappointing. I mean, Allen Robinson still had 15 points. That's but it was, everybody who watches the Bears play, you're just sad for Robinson. You know what I mean? They win ugly, so if you're a Bears fan, you're not mad. But we're a fantasy podcast, and you're mad. You know what I mean?
Missing him for sure. He be open. So yeah, it's rough. I mean, I think the Bears they just gonna come back to what we thought they was gonna be. Like they was overachieving, like you said about the Colts. So it's actually probably pretty good. You got rid of Robinson. But I mean, I don't know.
Not because somebody got hurt, but I would have rather had Robinson back right now.
I think I would still be cool with Robinson. The target's gonna be there regardless. If you're a volume guy, and that's what you're really banking on is that volume and his touchdowns.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, Montgomery hurt. I think it's gonna be a timeshare with Cordero and whoever the fuck else they got over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On the Titan side, I'm still worried about Jonnu. Up until the fourth quarter, he didn't have a target until the last 2 catches he got in the game, which was a touchdown and another like a 20-yard pass play. You feel me?
Like, then he got the touchdown.
The TD was nice though because it was designed for him.
Yeah, but see, that's what you want from him, and he was doing that at the beginning of the year.
You want that from all your tight ends unless their name is Kelsey or Kittle, because them is the only motherfuckers that's gonna get 80 and 90 receptions a year. The rest of them dudes is gonna be 50 to 40 receptions with 5 to 7 to 6 TDs. You know what I mean?
I did say too though on the podcast that I think Tennessee bounces back, and I feel like they get back to what was working for them, and they didn't do it all game, and they end up winning on the Jonnu. And I'm not saying he's the factor because Henry had a bad game. He only had 6 fantasy points. You know what I mean? But, they have to start mixing it up, and they can't just lean on Henry just scoring.
They got out early, though. The boy from San Diego got a pick 6, or he got a fumble, scoop and scored, the boy Desmond King. Yeah. Then you had A.J. Brown, who caught a 60-yarder. So that's 14 points. They was up 17-0 for a long time. Yeah. And then you finally got the Jonnu pass once
they needed it
on everything. You know what I mean? So the game script was an ugly ass game script for whether it be Jonnu, whether it be motherfucking King Henry, because you got a defensive score and then the AJ Brown score. You know what I mean? And then fucking Chicago, and I hate to say this, shout out to the Bears, Brews, and the Bros. Them is our dogs. Them is our brothers from the Midwest. You know what I mean? Your team, they're not able to manufacture points right now. So when you got a 17-point lead, and the Tennessee defense, which was the number 2 scoring defense this week, is playing the way they played, you know what I mean? You would think it was a King Henry game, but it wasn't. But, however it may be, it just, that's just how the game script was this week, bro. And they still at the top with the motherfucking Colts still fighting for that division, bro. So, you know what I mean?
Hey, wasn't that A.J. Brown looked good on that run, that catch and run?
I don't know how him and DK was on the same team.
Right there. That's hard, huh?
Yeah, A.J. Brown is
Super Bowl hat, bro.
Hey, A.J. Brown, he be
nigga Dreams finna send us that, bro.
Hey, A.J. Brown, he's a big play capability, and I look at him as somebody like when I look for players that I want in my lineup, I want their ceiling to be high, and A.J. Brown is one of them. He can get you 30 or 40 yards.
Baby DK.
What league?
Nigga in Heart2start.
Let me get him. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk after this for sure.
I'm trying to let him go.
Yeah, we're going to talk after that.
I sent you something.
You ain't sending to me.
Can't get DK, get AJ Brown.
Let's jump into Seattle and Buffalo. That was a good one. 34 to 44.
Brown's been turning the ball over lately. He got like
4
seven
TDs
turnovers the last 3 games. 7 or 8.
Because he force feeded that run game ain't where it's supposed to be, and it's starting to get cold.
They need Carson. If Carson is practice one day, don't worry, he's playing. They need him.
Man, and shout out to motherfucking Chris Carson, because he got at some of these niggas on Twitter talking about, oh, we needed you out there, wooty woo. Look, bruh. Nigga, these niggas is putting their bodies and their lives online for us to have some type of getaway, bruh. On my mama. Not to say that we need this shit to get away from what, but nigga, we do this. We in the industry and the whole shit, and you motherfuckers play this shit every day like we do. Nigga, don't be getting at that nigga because he didn't play this motherfucking week. Nigga, he couldn't play, bro. And if he wanted to play, he'd be out there. On my mama, nigga. Nigga, that nigga laying his motherfucking body on the line just like all the other motherfuckers. Nigga, it's 53 niggas on the roster times 32, nigga. And then you got the practice niggas, bro. Nigga, it's like over 1,000 motherfuckers in the NFL, bro. Nigga, they put their life on the line, bro, every motherfucking day. Nigga, don't be... Fuck your fantasy team, bro.
Hey, Chris Carson. Hey, shout out to Chris Carson, right? All y'all that been trolling Chris Carson, man.
My mama, my
you should have had a backup. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, chumps. You feel me? You should have had a backup,
bro,
chumps.
That shit is weak as fuck, though, bro. Oh, my mama, you fucking weirdos. On everything, bro.
Hey, but the Bills, though, we talked about Josh Allen being back, but, man, that backfield, Singletary and Moss, headache.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Diggs, bro. He's leading the league in fucking receiving yards, bro.
I've been trying to get Diggs.
Oh, my mama. Diggs come from Minnesota to motherfucking Buffalo. Ain't no motherfucking offseason like how it usually be. And him and Josh Allen got that rapport, bro. It's fucking motherfucking John Stockton, the motherfucking, Malone, bro, the alley-oop, the layup, nigga, the pick and roll is fucking there, bro. The chemistry.
It might not have been a better receiver for him as far as the deep routes he goes. You know,
man, that footwork, bro.
Like that
footwork.
The way they want to run that offense, Diggs is perfect.
Oh, my mama, man.
Buffalo.
Shout out to them, too, for doing their motherfucking thing, bro. And then, like how Cuzzo was saying, Zach Moss and Singletary, man. Zach Moss... excuse me, y'all. He's that motherfucking bruiser, bro. I mean, you get him on that goal line, bro. You don't gotta have Josh Allen going in like how he was doing last year, even though he had the rushing TD within the 5 this week. Man, Zach Moss is gonna, you know what I mean, on my mama, bro. 100%.
Hey, I just looked at your team. He go do the smoky when he pull it off. Hey, I just looked at your team at Heart2start. I can't even trade you, bro. You 1-7, bro. They gonna say you trying to help me win. They gonna say you trying to help me win. You think 7 losses can get in if you went out?
I'm just saying I won this week, bro.
I ain't gonna trade you.
But you have to understand. I lost Saquon. I lost George Kittle. I banked on Jimmy. I thought Jimmy was going to do his thing, but Jimmy had 2 games.
Right there.
Jimmy had 2 great games, though, where he was looking like he was going to be that dude. So, you know what I mean? And then I had traded before the season even started. I gave up motherfucking Hunt. I gave up Hunt and Robert Woods for A.J. Brown and motherfucking Damian Harris. So here he is now that A.J. Brown then came back from week 4 looking like that dude, and I held out for him. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm 2-6 right now. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's not why I'm 2-6. I ain't going to say that, bro. But, you know, here it is. I done lost some few dudes. I traded for a dude that went into the league hurt or went into the year hurt. But here he is now, though.
I just seen something. The Heart2start League is a 14-team league, and we got... Everybody's competing from the top to the bottom.
100%.
Lacey just beat the top team. He won by 1 point. Shout out to Lacey. Shout out to the homie Dwayne Weed.
Oh, yeah, I needed that.
Hey, Lacey just won by 1. I thought he had it in the bag. That's crazy. Shout out to Lacey, man. It's a battle over there. But, I mean, look, let's talk about Lockett and DK. What DK have?
5 for 107 in the touch, so he met his floor.
What Lockett have?
I don't know.
9. 8, 7. The last game before that, 9. Then he had the blow up. We keep telling y'all, DK's floor is 15, except that one game, which is an outlier. Lockett's floor is single digits. If it's the last week of trade deadline, if you could get rid of Lockett off of his name and maybe tell somebody, oh, he's had 2 bad games, he's gonna kill this game, which he probably will.
I'll probably take A.J.
You know what I mean? A.J. Brown for Lockett, I don't think the A.J. Brown owner's doing that. He ain't doing that. Would you do that for lock? No, right?
But I need a running back. For
But
AJ
if you
Brown.
didn't, you take if you needed it, whatever. If he, you know what I mean?
No, I wouldn't need a. I need a running back.
Let's go to Steelers and Cowboys. Man, I would have.
even say nothing on that game.
I would have thought. I mean, nah. I mean, we talked about Pollard already, but just the Steelers, like Claypool with the solid 14, Juju with 21 points,
I just
fantasy
want to say
points.
shout out to Deontay Johnson. Every game that he's played and played the whole game, he has double-digit targets, bro. Over
Hey.
any receiver in that fucking offense right now, bro.
You know what's fucked up though? I just seen a report that Big Ben hurt both his knees.
On my mouth.
This game.
That's a big Ben ass injury.
But fucking shout out to Nate Burleson. I was able to watch Good Morning Football this morning because I was able to, not go into my 9 to 5. I love my City of Sacramento coworkers, the whole shit, But I was able to watch Good Morning Football this morning, and Nate Burleson, he watches, he does Sunday thing on Channel 13, the CBS shit, 13 for us here in Sacramento, and you know who's on that motherfucking show? Bill Cowher. So he said that when he seen Big Ben get hurt, he asked Bill Cowher what's going on, and he said that when Big Ben gets hurt or he plays better, bro. He woke up, bro. And he went 4 for 4 right after that motherfucking hit. And he lit their ass up, bro. Even though it was some suspect calls, you see Skip Bayless. I was just on YouTube late last night seeing Skip Bayless talk about calls that wasn't called or calls that should have been called and whatnot in that game. But just to double back off what Big Ben did, and then being down for most of that game, he fucking did his thing, bro. He woke up, bro. And the cold thing is, even though he threw for 310 yards, 305, I forgot what the exact number was, but going into this game, he's probably only had 2 to 3 300-yard games, if that, this whole season. They don't need him to do that with the type of team that he has. But the only fucked up thing was it was against Dallas that ain't got nobody over there, bro. Dallas got the worst defense besides Seattle. Nigga, they playing a 5th string quarterback, which they called me the other day and said, Guccini, can you come in for a tryout to come play quarterback? 100%. I got the phone records to show you niggas on my mama. Nigga, I'm just saying though, bro, they down to they dudes like that, bro. I mean, why would you even let them dudes, even though you on the road, contend with y'all? That's my only thing with Pittsburgh, bro.
They played down to that count.
They wasn't supposed to play down.
I'll say this.
They missed Devin Bush.
But they just traded for Avery Williamson, even though Avery Williamson to get him
Achilles though.
Huh?
And he coming off of Achilles. He coming off of some big injury that he had.
Avery Williamson?
Yeah. He missed the whole year.
Hey, I'm gonna say this though.
No, I know.
Hey, James Conner. This is buy low James Conner right now. If Big Ben is hurt, they're going to lean on the run. They got Cincinnati, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Washington, Buffalo, Cincinnati, Indy. You feel me? I would try to go get James Conner with him having 4. We talked about him. His floor is kind of 12, 13, 14, 15. I would try to go get Conner.
What's the next 2 games that the Pittsburgh Steelers play?
Cincinnati and Jacksonville.
And Cincinnati gave them a run for their money the first time?
Yeah, I think this is one of those games. Like you said, they played under their comp, but I'm trying to go get Conner.
But my thing is, if they do have to sit Big Ben, then they will lean towards the thing. But I think Big Ben don't sit, though.
Yeah.
I don't think Big Ben sits. They got too much riding on this shit. And with him missing all of last year, Big Ben ain't trying to sit, bro. My bad. Shout out to Track 7, bro.
Hey, well, look, y'all. We came back with y'all with the Week 9 recap, man. We're going to come back with y'all this week with get y'all ready for this week's matchups. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who been fucking with us. You know what I mean? In the comments. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Big Will. You feel me? Rest in peace to all the ones we done lost. You feel me? Pops, Fresh. You feel me?
My thing is that, nigga, what the 2020 COVID shit done showed us, bruh, niggas appreciate your motherfucking loved ones, man. Don't take them for granted, bro, because, nigga, my thing, especially with Big Will, is, nigga, that's my dog. Nigga, I hadn't reached out to him in a long time, bruh, and that just shows you to think that, oh, everything is gonna be okay. No, nigga, it's not gonna be okay, because you niggas, we don't know what the fuck is gonna happen the next day, bro. So even though the COVID 2020 shit has been fucked this year, it's been a bad year, nigga. My daddy right here, nigga, this nigga missed COVID by one day, my nigga. On my mama, he missed the 2020 by one day, bro. On my mama, you know what I mean? Nigga still hurting over that shit, but my thing is, nigga, what 2020 COVID done showed us, nigga, is appreciate your fucking loved ones, nigga. You tap in with them niggas, nigga, on everything. And the cold thing is, with this Heart2start shit, nigga, with the heart, the first word of our shit is the heart, nigga. This shit come from right here, my nigga. No matter what we doing, it come from right here to give y'all this shit, because we grinding to give y'all this shit, nigga. Everything come from the heart. So, nigga, whatever you got in your heart, nigga, you reciprocate that to the motherfuckers that give you the same shit, bro. That's what the fuck I done took from this 2020 shit, my nigga. And this shit, even though it hurt, my nigga, is still teaching a nigga something, bruh. So,
hey,
nigga, what I didn't learn, my nigga, tap in with your loved ones, my nigga.
Yeah. And you know, we gonna keep giving y'all content. You know, we all got lives, but we like doing it. You know what I mean? Whether y'all take our advice, talk shit about our advice, compete with us, you know what I mean? We appreciate all the love. You know what I mean?
100%,
you know,
bro.
Shit, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, the
Heart2start Fantasy Football,
you know
100%, bro.
All of us, man. Fuck with us.
And the niggas that fuck with us, though, bro.
Hey, shout out to the iTunes listeners who probably had to bear with a lot of stuff that they might not have known. So when you confused, go to the YouTube page and check out this. It's all live. One take Jake, no unscripted, bro. You know what I mean? We kick it back, sit back, talking shit, follow and spit. What'd you say?
He said follow what?
Swallow and spit, man. I'm a little tipsy, man. R.I.P. Big Will, man. The outro, we out, man.